We watched them struggle in Game 6, couldn't get enough runs. They have won games in this series when they get at least 5 runs. They did that tonight, and they got the victory.
They pulled it off, and they showed up early. And that, I think, was a game changer for the Astros. They set the pace. They set the momentum. It was hard for the Dodgers to ever get up on the board. Took them until the 6th inning to get that 1 run.
Yeah, I have to tell you, I'm so excited. But I was so nervous for the whole game. I was like, the Dodgers are going to rally. The Dodgers are going to rally. Yeah. We need more runs. That's all I kept saying. We need more runs. But they held on. They held on.
We were like, run up the runs on the board, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't have enough. But with 5, we took it, Houston.
Yeah.
We took it for sure.
And we've got Dodgers fans who have slowly been walking out. As soon as we get some Astros fans, we'll be able to talk to them, get their feelings, let them know, get their sense of how they feel about this victory. There's several Astros fans we saw out here going into the game. We hope to talk to some of them coming up a little bit later. I know folks are going wild at Minute Maid Park right about now. I don't know how many showed up. They got about 20,000 last night.
Right. And
tonight they probably have even more. So it's just incredible.
Just incredible. And we're awaiting to hear from A.J. Hinch.
Yeah.
The manager for the Houston Astros. Can't wait to hear from them. There's going to be a huge champagne shower in that locker room, And
so at last word, the plan was that there would be a victory party in Houston, tentatively scheduled for Friday morning. We'll have to nail that down and confirm it, but tentatively scheduled for Friday morning. This is the first championship for the city of Houston since the Rockets did it back-to-back in the 90s, and here we go. Sports Illustrated got it right in 2014.
They sure did. They predicted that Astros would take it all in 2017, and here we are, folks, celebrating. We know you're celebrating at home, and they're definitely celebrating downtown in Houston. Let's check in now with Brett Buffington.
Next year!
Mia, what a party. The fans are starting to trickle out of Minute Maid Park. It was a crowd we watched move in slowly all afternoon. There was a line along Texas Avenue this evening as people tried to get in and coming out. Look at this celebration. There are literally hundreds of people trickling out now, thousands of people going to be out here as that crowd makes its way outside. You can't see on the other side of the weather tracker here, but there are people already up on top of cop cars just down the street from where we are. And boy, that's quite a sight. We can't show you that because the truck's in the way. But people here in the middle of the street right here, they already have tomorrow's copy of the Houston Chronicle. And on the front page of it, it says "World Champs." Tonight, the Astros are world champs. Let me talk to this guy right here. Were you inside? Were you inside when you watched the game?
Yes, sir.
What was it like inside Minute Maid?
Everyone was just supporting the Astros, and I like how we came together and then just like we put aside our differences and then just supported our team.
What a World Series all the way down to Game 7. It went back and forth the whole time. Is this something you'll ever forget?
No, sir. No, sir. Woo!
Go Astros, right?
Yeah, go.
Boy, it is quite the scene out here in front of Minute Maid Park. That crowd's coming out. It will continue to grow. Certainly the spot to be if you're not only in Houston, it's the spot to be if you're a baseball fan anywhere around the world. Tonight, it's Houston, Texas. Lynn, Mia, back to you.
All right, Brett Buffington, thank you so much. Man, what a night it has been. We sat on the edge of our seats watching the game, hoping that the Astros could hold on. They did it. They did it. I just cannot believe, and I know folks in Houston are going nuts.
Losing their minds. It is a party in Houston right now. Lauren Tallarico is at Lucky's on the east end of downtown. What's going on there, Lauren?
Well, I've got to tell you, I can't hear a word you guys are saying because people are going absolutely crazy here at Lucky's. I am covered in beer. Covered in beer. As soon as they won, beer was flying all over the place. I don't have to tell you how excited everybody is here. They are so psyched. This guy, let me borrow his hat. Tell me, what does this win mean to you?
This win right here means everything. Houston gone through so much, but this win right here kind of solidifies the solidity of the city. Our everybody coming together, everybody enjoying it. I mean, look around. This right here is about Houston being strong, and we're all one, and we're all together, baby.
Absolutely. This is a year so many people needed something to come together to wrap themselves around.
Sometimes you need like something to galvanize you, and this is exactly what we needed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. All right. All right, guys. Sorry, people are getting a little bit crazy here.
All right.
Partying it up in H-Town.
So the question is, who's going to be the MVP? I know one thing George Springer kept delivering.
Man.
One big bomb after another. I think he had 5 or 4 home runs for the series.
He did. In fact, he made history with those stats, and MVP for the World Series. Yes, indeed.
Let's go back to Houston. Marcelino Benito is inside Minute Maid Park watching the fans enjoy the win. Marcelino.
Guys, I cannot hear a word you guys said to me. Let's take a look inside Minute Maid Park. You can see fans have already started to trickle out, but still, you can take a look at the size of the crowd. We're told about 17,000 people came out to Minute Maid Park, filled a lot of these seats today to watch their Astros win their first World Series in team history. A lot of people still here inside the stadium. They're watching the big screen, watching their players be interviewed right now after this huge win. I can tell you, we came in here around the bottom of the 8th inning where there were about 6 outs. The Astros were just 6 outs away. At every out that the Astros got, this place got louder and louder. It erupted, and now people are starting to slowly spill out onto the streets where we can expect a wild party in Houston tonight. I can also tell you we were expecting maybe the crowd to rush onto the field. I can tell you about 3 or 4 people actually rushed the field. Made it kind of difficult for security guards who had to run around the bases with them a little bit until they were tackled and taken off the field. But you can imagine how excited those people were. That's why they rushed the field. Everyone here super pumped for this major win for the city of Houston. I just tweeted a few minutes ago, after everything we have been through this city, there is no place more deserving for this win than us right now. Guys, back to you.
All right, Marcelino there with the thousands inside Minute Maid Park. Our Brett Buffington is outside Minute Maid Park where there is a party in the streets. Brett.
Talk about a party. Look at this. The crowd's outside now. Here they are behind us. Don't take the mic. Where'd the guy go with the paper? The guy came over with the paper and he was holding it up just a second ago. Where'd he go? Find that guy again. He already has tomorrow's copy of the Houston Chronicle. I was talking about it earlier. He already has the copy that says World Series champs. Hopefully these barricades hold people back because there's quite the crowd down behind us out here in front of the park. Man, it's a party out here. Again, I said it a while ago, Mia. It's the place to be if you're a baseball fan anywhere in the world because for the first time ever, this city is about to have a World Series party, and these are the diehard fans who came to watch this win tonight inside of Minute Maid Park. Look at this. There's the paper I was just talking about. I'll give it right back to you, but I want to show you this. Here it is, World Series champs. Those are the Houston Astros. Tonight, there's probably a party in L.A. with the fans who are out there. Bet you it's not going to be anything like the party we're about to have here tonight. Let's see if we can talk to this guy. Were you inside? Huh? Were you inside the stadium?
Yes, sir. I was inside.
What was it like?
It was amazing. So many people, and we all knew Astros was going to win that series. We all knew this. Beat LA!
I'm sure it was electric, and we talked about it's going to be a party when this team won. We talked about it's going to be a party since we knew they were going to the World Series.
I knew.
What do you think it's going to be like tonight?
It's going to be crazy tonight in Houston, and we're going to celebrate all night!
I don't think that guy's making it to work tomorrow. Probably a few of these other people, if their bosses are watching. Sorry, there's their doctor's excuse there. They're going to be celebrating the most historic moment in baseball in Houston, Texas. It just happened. Lynn, Mia, this party here is just getting started. Back to you guys.
It is on and popping in Houston. Let me
Oh,
tell
man,
you.
my ears are ringing with all the noise. Folks deserve to be so excited about this Astros win, their first in the team's history. And Houston is on fire tonight, excited about the win. We got it, and this game was almost anticlimactic. It didn't have the drama that Game 5 did. Didn't have the drama that Game 2 did.
No.
We just got the lead and held on all the way until the ninth inning.
It's such a big moment for so many Houstonians growing up in Houston, going to see the Astros in the Astrodome, from Nolan Ryan all the way up to the Killer Bees, you know, making it to the World Series. Shutout. Let me tell you, this World Series team, now champions.
Now champions.
Unstoppable, the Houston Astros.
Let's go back to Houston. Lauren Tallarico's at Lucky's dealing with the fans and the party. Lauren.
Hey guys, yeah, they are partying like crazy here. Beer is flying. You're probably going to see it pour them. Hey, Lynn, you said champ? Look at this newspaper. Tomorrow's Houston Chronicle. Front cover. You see it. Champ. People have been waiting a long time to see this color here in Houston, and they did it. People here are so excited. You probably can't even hear me. People are going absolutely wild. They're number one, guys! Well, that sums it up in a nutshell. Everybody here is over the moon. As soon as they won, oh my gosh, you could not hear a thing except shouting. It's been that way ever since. Some of the guys have their shirts off. Okay, you probably
Oh
can't
my
hear
gosh.
it.
It's a huge high.
Oh my gosh.
My heart is just beating like crazy over the excitement.
And we know that the champagne is flowing inside the Astros locker room right now. Any moment now, we hope to hear from all the stars who played so well in this series, from Springer and Altuve, and Gurriel had big hits, and Bregman, and the whole team. They played great defense tonight. And a lot of Astros fans are here, but we are certain that a lot of them are still inside the stadium enjoying this moment. And when they come out, we will get a chance to talk to some of those fans who made the trip to LA.
They're taking the moment in, and who can blame them? This historic moment for the Houston Astros, decades in the making now. Feels so good to say we did it.
Yeah, just think about all the years. When I think about the just 5-6 years ago, we went back-to-back 100-plus losses, and then we got 101 wins this year, and then we brought in Verlander, and we just made this an incredible run at an incredible time for the city. And right now we're looking at the World Series trophy that is coming home to Houston. All right.
Oh man, we can't wait to get up close and personal with that trophy, the Commissioner's Trophy. You know the Astros are going to be carrying it high come victory parade celebration. We're going to get more details on that, we're sure, from the city of Houston and from the Astros. And just as soon as we confirm those details, we'll be sure to share them with you so you can show up for the continued party and celebration.
Yeah, we had statistics a little bit earlier about Game 7 on the road in the World Series. And in World Series history, the away team wins 19 out of 18 games. It's 19-18. So for the second year in a row, the away team goes on the road and wins a Game 7 in enemy territory. Last year the Cubs did it. This year the Astros pulled it off. And what an amazing feat. What an amazing season has been for this team.
Deep in enemy territory, rather. This stadium was loud, Lynn, up until the last inning. They were on their feet. They were behind the Dodgers, but that didn't faze the Astros.
No, didn't faze them at all. And so, you know, we came out here, we were told, come out here at the bottom of the 8th inning. and I said, let's wait for 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, then we'll come out.
Yeah.
And so we came out, and we were waiting to hear, and it just really quick. It just came really fast.
When you were saying, let's wait, can I tell you something?
What?
I was a little confident. I
You
knew
were?
we had it at that point.
Oh,
baby.
no.
You set it up early, you get the momentum and just the feeling tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you're just joining us again and you've seen the mayhem, the Houston Astros have beaten the Dodgers in the World Series 4-3. They did it on the road, and it has been amazing. Let's go back to Brett Buffington at Minute Maid, where there's a huge celebration. Brett.
And you're looking at the party out in the middle of Texas Avenue. That's the peak of the crowd. And boy, they are pumped up. Well deserved to be pumped up like this tonight. If you're in Texas, if you're in Houston especially, this is the party to be at. Look out front. That's the home plate gate just on the other side of the street. And in the middle, again, of Texas Avenue, that's where those thousands of fans who watched this game inside the stadium, they're outside now. And this, again, is the place to be. We're continuing to watch this crowd grow tonight. They are excited. They're pumped up. We're looking now as more police officers start to come up too in this crowd. We're starting to see an increased presence by the Houston Police Department out here as this crowd continues to grow. Certainly something that they were expecting. If this team, not if, but when this team won today, now starting to see some champagne bottles getting popped there down the street. Just another sign that this party here in Houston is just getting started tonight. And again, the sight to see out here is all of the people out with the tomorrow's Houston Chronicle. Clearly, it's been passed out down here already. And the news on the front page is the news we're going to be talking about for a long time here in Houston, and that is that our Astros have earned history here tonight. Again, you hear the excitement, you hear the people shouting. Every time we turn the lights on to go on television, you can barely hear yourself think, let alone, I can only imagine what you guys can hear on TV right now. An excited crowd. Hey, you're the first one who came over with the paper earlier. Where'd you get it? Did they pass it out in there?
They sent it over for $2, man. I'll pay anything for my team. H-Town, baby. H-Town.
$2. That's going on the wall when you get home.
I'll pay $10 for it. My hometown.
How long have you been an Astros fan?
Man, since I was in diapers.
How long's that been?
Woo, I'm 46 right now.
Woo!
Been Astros that long. Jose
So you've been through a lot of tears.
All day, every day, baby.
Different kind of tears tonight.
Hey, once in a lifetime. We got it.
Once in a lifetime. That's what we're watching out here. We've been talking about earned history. Again, Lynn Mia, look at this. The Astros have done that.
Whooping it up in Houston. It's going to be a party early.
I'm trying to let this soak in. I still can't believe this has happened. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh, they're going to
It is
party
awesome.
all night long in
I have
Houston.
friends that have watched this team for 40 plus years, gone to most home games, season ticket holders, been with them through thick and thin, and I know they are thrilled tonight. We talked to a gentleman earlier who came out here. He talked about 37 years of watching this team, and he wanted to catch them here, and so hopefully he'll come out. We'll get a chance to talk to him and some of the other fans. They're hanging out, enjoying the moment inside.
Right, living the moment. You know, and it's emotional for a lot of people. You know what I mean? With all the cheers and the screaming and the whooping it up, there are some tears tonight, too. Tears of happiness, that's for sure. Feeling emotional myself. I know you are. It's been a roller coaster ride of a series, but boy, one heck of an ending right in our direction. The Astros, your World Series champions.
Right,
it feels good.
Yeah, let's go back to Houston. Lauren Tallarico's outside Lucky's, and I know it is pandemonium. Lauren.
Yeah, Len, that is absolutely the word for it, pandemonium. Maybe you can hear me a little bit now. I want to show you tomorrow's front cover of the Houston Chronicle. It is something. Look at that. Shams. It's been a long time in the making. Houston has been waiting to see this cover for 50-something years. People are so excited. I want to grab somebody. I want you to tell me, what does this win mean to you?
This means everything to me. I've been a fan since I was little. Everything, yes.
And
everything.
especially this year, you know, this is Houston Strong, right? They wear it on their jerseys. What does that mean to you? What does Houston Strong mean to you, and what does that mean with the World Series here?
This means everything because H-Town came together because of the floods. Houston brought this for us. The Astros brought this for us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's your favorite player? You have a favorite player? Stringer.
Altuve.
You can't go wrong with those guys. Yeah. MVP. One of the many chants we heard tonight here. Guys, it has been a non-stop party all night. I can't even tell you. I mean, I think you can see how excited everybody was, but the way it feels out here, you really saw history tonight. They earned history. It's been amazing. And again, this front cover says it all. Champs. They certainly are champs, and we are so proud of them.
All right. right. That's the excitement outside where people are hanging out in the bars. You know, there are a lot of watch parties tonight where they are thrilled. Now let's go. George Springer, as we thought. George Springer's the MVP of the World Series for going deep in a lot of games. He popped another long one today. Springer's dingers. It was a 3-run shot that put us up 5-0, and that's what helped us to hold on for the rest of the way. George Springer, your MVP.
All those Springer dingers, man. Right?
Man, I'm telling you.
Could barely keep up with them, breaking all kinds of records, creating new stats, making Houston proud, that's for sure. Our MVP, rightfully so.
Marcelino Benito's inside Minute Maid. Marcelino.
Well, guys, the party continues here inside Minute Maid Park. Fans have their eyes glued to the big screen, still watching. George Springer just got the MVP award, and they erupted when the team actually hoisted up that World Series trophy for the first time. Take a look at the crowd right now. It has dwindled some, but these are the diehard fans. You can still see just how much orange there is in the stands right now. And we're not just talking the lower level. If you look up, the club, suite levels, there's people, and there's even some orange up in the upper decks. This place was packed earlier tonight. 17,000 people came out here to this watch party to watch the Astros win their first World Series ever. The celebration continues in here. People have been watching the big screen all night long. They erupted like you would not believe. The loudest I've heard them all night when they finally saw the image of their Houston Astros, their team that they followed through the ups and downs, finally hoisting that World Series trophy for the first time. You can see people are decked out in orange in the middle of the seats. You also see the confetti, the blue and orange confetti that just was spit out here as soon as they clinched that big win, their World Series victory for the first time in franchise history. We were expecting some people to maybe go crazy and rush the field, but I can tell you they've actually beefed up security since we last checked in with you because, as I mentioned earlier, there's been about 3 or 4 people that did rush the field, did cause some trouble for security. But other than that, it's just been people glued to the TV screen, cheering, yelling, enjoying this night, a night that these fans have been waiting for such a long time. I can tell you it's an emotional night for all these people. They were really disappointed last night. They came here for Game 6 for another watch party. 40,000 vouchers were given out last night. 20,000 people came out. They were expecting a win last night. They didn't get it. They came here knowing they would, and now Houston gets to celebrate. All these people, by the way, that you see here inside, pretty soon as the coverage wraps up, I'm sure they're going to go outside. They're going to spill out onto Texas Street. Brett's probably going to talk to some of them, and they'll be partying all night long. This is just getting started, guys. Back to you.
All right. Wow. Marcelino, thank you. And we just got word that the victory party, the victory parade, will be in Houston Friday afternoon, 2 p.m. So make your plans. I know kids are in school then. They'll probably make exceptions for you to go downtown and watch a celebration of the World Series champs. And again, George Springer is your MVP.
People are going to spill straight out of those offices downtown onto the streets. Folks are going to come from every part of the city to celebrate the Astros, their success, and their huge World Series championship. So proud of our Houston Astros hanging in there. You know, we went all the way to a Game 7, and it's been a roller coaster. It's been some of the best baseball, hands down, that we have seen in a long time.
And so, Carlos Correa just proposed to his girlfriend. What timing is that?
Right.
You win a World Series ring, and then you propose with a ring. I love that, Carlos Correa.
Let's make it even more memorable,
right?
He says, right? He's on cloud 9. She's on cloud 9. Everyone. I was following George Springer's sister earlier tonight. She said, I've never cried so much while watching baseball. So proud of her brother and what he's done. Her brother, George Springer, now the MVP.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was talking to Jason Bristow, and hopefully we're going to be hearing from him in a little bit as we get to hear from the players and the managers about this amazing victory tonight and the journey that they have been on. But after Game 6, we were like, I don't know what to expect tonight. I didn't know what to expect. Is it going to be home run ball? Is it going to be tight game? We have not been winning the tight, close, low run scoring games, but we broke out tonight early, got ahead, and held on. and that's what got us to the World Championship.
Yeah, the Dodgers could never get on the board, not until the 6th inning.
Yeah.
So the Astros were holding it down for all that time and had a.
How many pitchers did we
significantly-
have tonight? I lost count.
Oh man, I couldn't even keep up. At
I think
some point.
it was Morton that closed the deal.
He did.
But
Charlie Morton.
Morton closed the deal. The Dodgers kept changing pitchers. Obviously, both managers managing, trying to figure out ways to contain the damage the Dodgers were, and trying and expecting the offense to come back like they have so often. But tonight, we played great defense. We got enough pitching to keep this explosive team to 1 run, and we pulled it off. We did it. World Series champs, our first. And now we're looking for more.
You know it. Hey, this team's going to be around for a while. Hopefully
they're young.
Together, they are young. So Astros fans, it's going to be sweet. This is the sweetest night in Astros baseball history. Let's check in now with our Larry Seaward, who is also here live in Los Angeles with us. Hey, Larry.
Hey, Mia, look who I have here. Some very happy Astros fans. Now, you guys tell me what happened during that last out. You guys are in the stadium. Altuve catches that. But what are you thinking?
We're thinking we win.
We're just hugging.
Yeah.
We were hugging each other. We were like crying and hugging. We were amazed.
Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
Now, you guys are longtime Astros fans. You can tell he's got on the 2004 All-Star Astros jersey here. You guys, I mean, what does this mean to you guys to go through the seasons that you've witnessed to this moment?
Well, this has just been an unbelievable team. You know, all the great young players, and you know, seeing them come together, and you just, you know, even when they were winning early in the year, you couldn't believe that they would, you know, come this far and do it. It's been incredible.
All right, so I saw something amazing during this game. All right, so 5-0. There were times where you could hear "Let's go Astros" in there. Could you hear that?
Yeah, that was up by our section,
Yeah,
and
the people were
we had
loud.
a little group of rowdies there.
Yeah,
We silenced the crowd. The energy was sucked out of them.
Yeah.
So we had
Dodger
home field
Stadium was
advantage.
never that quiet
We had
tonight.
home field
There were times
advantage here in LA. You can believe that one.
Now, listen, you guys were lucky enough to be able to watch some of the trophy ceremony. Tell the people at home what that's like, up close and personal like this.
It's magical. I mean, I can't even express it. Like when they put up the Dodgers congratulate the World Series champion Houston Astros on the billboard. That was like, I have goosebumps just saying it. It was so meaningful and awesome, and it's a great team. It was a great series. It was a battle, a great year. Amazing athletes. It's just incredible.
What are you going to tell the people back when you get back? Because all your friends.
They're already Facebooking. Everyone's social media. We filmed the last 3 outs on Facebook Live, and they said we were 30 seconds ahead of the broadcast. So,
So you were breaking a little bit of news.
well, that's what we do. Channel 11 does it. We do it.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us. You guys
Houston strong,
get
baby.
back
Houston
to
strong.
Houston very safe. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And go Astros. How
Go
about
Astros.
that? World champion Astros. The fans here celebrating. The Dodger fans, most of them have been very, very gracious to us here. We got one here thanking us. They were a great team, and we've heard a lot of thank yous from the Dodgers. Let's send it back over to you, Vinamia.
Houston. On behalf of the Dodgers.
Yes.
Wow.
Got our Astros fans here pumped. World Series champions. How does it feel?
Amazing. I still have the goosebumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you think when the last out came?
I went numb. I think everyone else in the section I went numb. It was amazing.
Yeah. And how many guys are here with you guys?
There's 3 of us. There was 4 last night. We were at LAX, flying back. We said, you know what? We can't miss Game 7. We can't miss history.
All right.
It's awesome for Astros fans. Let's check in now with our Jason Bristol live on the field inside Dodger Stadium. Jason.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, guys. We are here with Reed Ryan. How are you feeling after a World Series championship?
You know, I just can't stop crying, to be honest with you. I've been a part of this organization my whole life. The Astros are in my DNA, and watching my dad and Jose Cruz and the guys in 80 and 86 and 98, and Craig and Jeff were here tonight, and 05. I just am so happy for the city of Houston and this team and everybody that have followed this club since 1962. It's unbelievable to think tonight that the World Series trophy's coming back to Texas, and it's going to be in Houston, Texas, and it's just an awesome feeling.
What is it about this team? The resiliency, the talent, it seemed like it had every component of a championship club.
Well, Jeff Luno's built an unbelievable team. We have every facet of our baseball operations department, and these guys have come together, whether they were from Cuba or Puerto Rico or Venezuela. They pull for one another. They're great human beings. They're great players, and they have a heart of a champion.
And the lean years, worth it now when you see what the end result is?
Without a doubt. I mean, there were a lot of times that I was going out to breakfast meetings telling people about the plan. I don't think anybody believed us, but we believed it. Jim believed it. Jeff believed it. And, 15 was incredible to get so close, but this team had a vision to be World Series champs, and they never strayed from that vision. They believed in themselves, and we proved it out here tonight.
One last thing, championship party in the city on Friday. What's that going to be like?
It's going to be incredible. It's going to be something that I've dreamed of my whole life. I've, as a kid, got close to getting to see my dad be a part of, and I'm just excited that my kids and I and my family are going to get to be a part of it.
Reed, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, that is Reed Ryan down on the field as we are here in the midst of all of the action. The Houston Astros have just received their World Series championship trophy, and right now the party is on. Guys, I can't hear you right now, so let me see if I can hear you. Okay, let's see who else we can find here. We got Devo right here. How's it feel to have this T-shirt on and to touch that trophy?
I mean, it's hard to explain, I mean, it's very humbling, a lot of hard work. It's amazing.
This was a roller coaster of a series. How did you guys manage to hold it together, keep it together, the unpredictability of this series?
I think, just keep on plugging away, never quit, and go out there and play your best game, and, bring your A game every day. And you're right, it was a roller coaster, but right now we're world champs.
And the city of Houston, through all of with everything that it's been through, how is it going to feel to celebrate with the city on Friday?
I know it's going to feel amazing. I can't wait to get back there. That's, we put that in our minds, when everything happened with Harvey, that, we were going to do it for the city of Houston, and they definitely deserve it, everything they've been through. And I couldn't be happier and prouder to represent Houston by playing for the Astros.
First person you hugged after the final out, do you remember?
Brad Peacock. Yeah, I mean, we were locked in there.
How about that guy, huh?
Amazing.
Unsung hero.
Of course, all year long. And I'm super happy for him and his family, and, I couldn't be prouder of myself and my teammates.
Go celebrate a World Series championship.
Thank you. Go Houston.
All right, Chris Davinsky just happened to wander into him, and there he was. Let's see who else is around here, guys. It looks like we have Evan Gaddis's family. There's George Springer, just stepping down from MLB Network after winning the World Series MVP award. A number of the players are still out here. Of course, you're always thinking about those champagne celebrations inside the clubhouse, and certainly the Astros will be holding one of those. But right now, certainly the Astros, a number of the players are remaining on the field. Let's see who else is around here. If you look up here, you can see on the stage, we mentioned this after the ALCS. Yes, this is about the players, but it's also so much about the families and the friends and the people who were there as these players become major league ball players through the minor leagues, through high school, through college. As we are weeding our way through the field, close quarters here, family members. Let's see who else. Here's Brent Strom. Maybe we can get a word with Brent Strom. Here's George Springer. Actually, George Springer. Let's see if we can grab him real quick. Yep. Getting pulled away there. Here's Kenny Giles. Here's Brent Strom. Here's Ken Giles. Kenny, can we have a talk with you real quick live? World champion, how does it feel?
Feels incredible. I mean, all our hard work is finally paying off. We did it for the city of Houston. That's all we were doing.
And the first person you hugged after the final out, do you remember?
I think I was grabbing McCann. I was trying to go for Chuck, but I mean, I don't care. We're world champions.
What was it and is it about this team that brought you to this point? Is there any one thing, or is it a combination of factors?
I think it's everything. I mean, I think the chemistry was there. We all had a main goal. We all stuck together no matter what. When the city of Houston, when they needed us, we were there for them. When we needed them, they were there for us. And that's all it is.
Wasn't an easy postseason for you. How are you doing now? Is it all worth it? What everything this whole team and yourself went through?
Hey, it was a great team effort throughout the entire postseason. I had my ups, and I had a great season.
But that's baseball, right?
That's baseball. I mean, I had my ups, but you know what? I'm just going to learn from it. But you know what? I had a great season pushing these guys. I did what I could.
This bullpen, I mean, you guys, and I guess you could throw the starters in there too, because they were part of the plan here. Very unconventional, but you got it done.
Yeah, we just came together, came in the pen today, and we rallied together. We were up there for one main goal, one pitch at a time, one out at a time, and that's all we're doing.
We talked earlier about being from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and there's certainly not a lot of major leaguers from there. What will it be like now to show your World Series championship ring to the people back in New Mexico at some point?
I mean, I think they're going to be just as proud as anybody out there. I mean, like you said, there's not many out there, but you know what? They're going to keep it close to their hearts.
Ken Giles, congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much.
All right, Kenny Giles, the closer for this team. He is now a World Series champion. Here's Brent Strom. Brent Strom has been described to me as one of the most genuinely nice people in all of baseball. He had never been to a World Series, and now he's here, the pitching coach for this team.
First day of spring training.
And now he's a world champion.
17 innings, Philadelphia, on the mound, 17 World Series. Thanks, man. Pretty cool.
Brent, can we speak with you live on KHOU?
Sure.
You've been in this game a long time.
Why do you have to remind me of that?
Well,
okay.
It's part of your biography. I read up on these things.
Okay.
How does it feel to finally have a World Series championship?
Well, you know, I'm 69 years old, and people say I get emotional. And I just thank God for the opportunity Jeff Lunau gave me. I met Jeff when I was with the Cardinals. He brought me over here. You know, I was happy in St. Louis, but Jeff said, why don't you come and try your stuff over here at the biggest stage? And a great group of guys. And I love my pitching staff. McCann was a great value to us. The front office helped me a great deal. This was a team thing. Mike Fast, all the people involved with the analytics, all the people involved with the organization. I'm so happy for the city of Houston. This is my second go-around. I was with them before. We came in second place, and I went other places, but they brought me back, so I'm extremely happy.
How did you balance the ups and downs throughout this postseason with the pitchers? This was not an easy postseason for really any team. Just the way hitters hit now and the analytics and everything else, how did you keep these guys even keel, if you will?
Well, I think the big thing we have to do is look at the big picture, and we realize we're going to have some bumps. We're going to make some bad pitches. To our credit, we don't focus on the mistakes being made. We focus on the next hitter. We have a plan. Sometimes the plan, though, you know, the plan is only that we have heartbeats out on that mound, and heartbeats make mistakes, and they get nervous, and things happen. So we just try and get through those valleys and then ride the peak, and that's one of the reasons AJ did such a good job in riding Peacock the other day in a game, riding Morton tonight. You know, the numbers probably dictated it was a bad move, but when you see a guy doing what he's doing like that, you want to ride him and stay with him. So,
congratulations.
I'm very happy.
You have a College World Series title, now you have a World Series championship.
I do. I think this one trumps that one. Okay.
Brent Strom, thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's send it back to you guys. I've lost the communication, my communication with you back in the studio, so what I'm going to do is let's send it back to Len and Mia for continuing coverage now of this Orange October and, of course, the Astros' first World Championship in team history.
Oh, it's so sweet to hear that Orange October capped off with a World Series ring. thank you, Jason, for talking to the pitching coach. You know he was busy this series.
Oh my gosh, boy was he busy. Head spinning over all those pitching
Yes.
changes here in Game 7. I tell you what, it's a double celebration for Carlos Correa tonight. After winning the World Series and becoming World Series champions, he proposed to his girlfriend, Miss Texas USA Daniela Rodriguez, and she said yes.
Of course.
Of course.
What kind of timing is that? I love it.
Oh man, it's so memorable in so many ways for them tonight, for sure. One for the ages, for sure.
And hopefully we'll be hearing from more of the players. There's still some of them on the field, and so and remember, there's going to be a victory parade in Houston Friday afternoon at 2 o'clock. So the whole city can get together and really enjoy what this team has done, and we can do it all together.
Right.
I know that earlier I was talking to one of our reporters, and they were telling me that one of the closers for the Dodgers said there's no way the Astros are going to win Game 7, and we heard that our players said we'll see about that, and they did it. Now let's go back to Houston. And who are we going to?
Reka and Daniel Gotera live on the streets for the street party happening outside Minute Maid Park. Hey, guys.
Listen to this crowd. It's been an incredible night.
Yeah.
We saw a range of emotion.
Yeah, range of emotions from the start to the finish. They jumped out in front, but then when they ended the game, everybody went crazy here.
Crazy. I saw tears. I saw hugs. I saw high fives.
People crying.
People were sobbing.
Right. If we could turn around, look at all these
Let's
folks.
turn around.
It's unbelievable. Earn history, earn history. They did earn history tonight.
Everyone here can agree that the Astros have earned history. This was so incredible for everyone in there. They had tens of thousands of people in Minute Maid watching this. It's late. How are you feeling?
Yeah, how are you feeling?
I don't know how I'm feeling right now. Like, it's like a dream. I fucking love it.
Hey, we're going to send him the FCC fine later. Can't do that.
How are you
sort of
feeling
stuff.
about all
Anyway,
of
right
it?
here.
This is incredible! I have to ask you, what does this mean for the city of Houston? You know, we've been through a lot.
We have been through a lot, and this is the time for us. It's the time to recover.
You know, Reka, I was telling you that I've been here for 25 years, and we've all waited for this moment in this town. They were here 12 years ago. They fell short, but man, they finally did it. I feel like it's the Rockets in '94 all over again, but this party is going to go crazy and into the night. It's going to be awesome out here in Houston.
I've never seen so many people come to these watch parties, and this one really, I think they set a new record. There were literally thousands of people cheering and getting so excited about this game. There are so many emotions involved with this because so many people have been affected by Hurricane. This was something that we needed.
Can you imagine with this crowd the way it is right now, can you imagine that parade on Friday?
Are you guys ready?
All right, we're going to take a deep... Okay. We're going to send it back to you.
That chose to be here towards the tail end of their career to try to be the glue to bring us the championship. We needed every sort of contribution for the year. We can't say enough about the culture that's really here is great. The chemistry this team provided for themselves really is second to none. You have to wait forever. You have the big lead. You have to wait forever.
Hey there, back here live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're waiting to talk to
Post-game.
Jason Bristol. We're waiting on the post game. We know the players are going to be talking at some point. Again, to remind you, George Springer is the MVP. He hit more home runs than anyone in World Series history. I don't know the number. It's 4 or 5 or something like that. But more, I saw a headline, more than anyone else in history. He's your MVP.
Yeah, you know, I said this before. We've gone from clutch city to crush city. The Astros crushed the Dodgers to go ahead and take the World Series championship. Folks are celebrating here in Los Angeles. Astros fans here. Back at home, they're celebrating. But let's check in now with Jason Bristol down live on the field where the players were awarded the trophy. Hey, Jason.
Thanks a lot, Mia. Here in the interview scrum with A.J. Hinch.
I mean, you have to ask all the people in the city, but they'll all be in the streets here pretty soon celebrating this championship. But I know they're proud of us. I know they fell in love with this team, and rightfully so. We're a championship team.
How long was that last showed when they were going through Harvey and everything? Did that kind of tell you they were ready to handle something like this playoff run?
I mean, I think they wanted us. They wanted everybody to be proud of us. They wanted to win a championship as much as we did. They supported us through the good times. I know there were some lean years here years back. That'll be long forgotten with a championship.
That is A.J. Hinch, the manager of your world champion Houston Astros. Let's see who else is around here. I saw Jeff Bagwell. I saw Craig Biggio. Let's see here. There's a lot of orange on this field. We saw so much Dodger blue throughout this series in LA, and now it is all orange. As we continue to walk around. Let's see here. Here's Jeff Bagwell. Maybe we can get Craig Biggio, yeah. Craig, we're live on KHOU. Can we ask you a couple of questions?
Sure.
What? You're here, right? We're here?
Yeah, we're here.
Hey, what's it like being here for this World Championship?
Well, hey, what's it like? It's incredible. I mean, it's, it's the first time it's ever done in the history of the organization. It's the second time that we've been to the World Series, and you consider what, as good as these guys were all year, and have to go through Harvey, and then you're playing for a city of Houston, you're playing for a state of Texas. It's been incredible.
Can you imagine what that championship celebration on Friday is going to be like?
Friday's going to be great. It's incredible. It's like, we're bringing home a trophy, and these guys remind me so much of the teams that we had in the late '90s and in '05 in the World Series, and great camaraderie. They get along great. They play well together. Unbelievable talent. The Dodgers got a great team over there. Two teams that are similar. It could go down as arguably maybe one of the greatest World Series of all time. And I'm just glad that we came out on top. And Houston, congratulations. You're champions.
I saw you speak to AJ quite a bit around the batting cage throughout the postseason. Was it just talking? Was there any advice ever? What were the nature of the conversations?
I still work here, so it's kind of like I'm around a lot.
Yeah.
So I see these guys a lot. I got you get relationships with these kids in there, and you want them to succeed just as the success that when we played, and for them to be able to put it all together. And you look at some of the growing pains that we had over the years, and then you look at all the #1 picks that we got running around the field out here, and then you make the additions that we made in the offseason to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Go out and get Verlander right at the last minute. And now we get a chance to take home a trophy, so it's pretty cool.
And think about it, nearly every piece worked. I mean, that doesn't often happen in baseball. I mean, everything fell into place for this team. Granted, it was an unpredictable World Series, but every move that this team made worked.
Well, it happens when you got good talent. I mean, good talent will go out there and they'll play well. And, you got to give A.J. Hinch and his staff a tremendous amount of credit. Those guys are great. They're great in that clubhouse. It's one thing to go out and manage a team, but it's also you got to orchestrate personalities and egos at times and manipulate your gameplay and all that other stuff. And he was definitely the right man for the job. He's done an incredible job. His staff does. Jeff has done a great job. And obviously Jim has done an amazing job in spending the money and letting the organization do what it had to do. And now we're bringing home the first-time championship.
Craig, thanks for a few moments.
Thank you.
That is Craig Biggio, your Hall of Famer, who is here, certainly one of the happiest people, like many Astros fans, as they are now celebrating this World Championship, looking for some more players. A lot of them may have gone into the clubhouse to celebrate. Up on the stage here, there are still a number of family members getting ready to take pictures and the like. Certainly, there's a good look at Kate Upton. And I believe Justin Verlander's brother, Ben Verlander, is up there. So certainly the Verlanders. I mean, when you look at the moves that this team made, the one that really put them over the top certainly was the trade for Justin Verlander. When 35 walked into that clubhouse, they knew it was on, that this was a team to be reckoned with. Certainly they had an outstanding first half. They scuffled a little bit at the beginning of the second half, but certainly that just showed that this team meant business, and look how it paid off in the end. Certainly look at a lot of the Astros fans here staying and celebrating as we're getting a shot of them. They were outnumbered here at Dodger Stadium throughout this series, but they are loud and proud right now as we take a look at these Houston Strong, chants of Houston Strong and the flags. Lots of orange. Lots of orange. And really, when you consider the ingredients for this championship team, the way they played at home was a big reason for that. This team was one of the best teams in postseason history, playing at home at Minute Maid Park, and that was certainly a huge reason why this team is standing here and celebrating in the clubhouse as World Series champions, the first championship in the 55 years that this team has been around. Again, the story from the field here is that a number of family members are still around. Let's walk over here. Maybe we can speak to, I see Jeff Blum. Jeff Blum, live on KHOU. Can we ask you a few questions?
Absolutely.
Wow.
That's one way of putting it.
Is there any way to sum up this series? It was so unpredictable.
No, there really isn't. No, I mean, the Astros are a highly sabermetric team, and sabermetrics can't explain this. Life can't explain what's happening right now. All you need to understand is that Houston brought home a championship in a year where they needed it, and they deserve it.
At what point did you realize or think, okay, this is the team. This team could do it. Was it early on? Was it after the Verlander trade?
I mean, I can always toot my own horn, but I remember back in spring training.
Go ahead, toot.
Well, we broke camp, and we had one of our first broadcasts, and I saw the roster, and this is before Justin Verlander joined the team, but me and Todd kind of looked at each other, and I go, if these guys are sitting in that clubhouse right now, and they're about to start a big league season, and I'm looking across, I'm going, we got something special right here. We saw the way they got out of the chute with the offense, but then adding Justin Verlander, put him over the top, gave him credibility, and then it's all whimsical and unicorns after that, man.
And then George Springer certainly had a real rough start to the series, and then just seemed to lock in. Did you note if he changed his approach at all?
No, he just set us up.
Yeah,
that's what he does. The 0 for 4 with 4 punch outs, and he said, this is what I'm going to get a lot better. But no, he dialed it in. He makes the adjustments every AB. He's just a true talent and a blessing to this city.
All right, Jeff Blum, member of the Astros broadcast team, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, that is the story right now from the field, and let's head back to Len and Mia outside Dodger Stadium.
So exciting to hear the players and the coaches enjoy this moment, and the fans, they're just loving it. They deserve it. The city deserves it. Let's go to Brett Buffington. He's in downtown Houston. Brett?
And Lynn, this is Texas Avenue. We kind of changed the angle up on you. Instead of looking at the ballpark, you're kind of looking down towards 59. Hey, I'm over here. I'm on the front porch of this bar right across the street, home plate. Hey, man, let me ask you, what do you think of tonight?
Hey, man, Astros, man. You know, H-Town, man. We needed this.
How long have you been an Astros fan?
Forever.
And you've been waiting on this moment forever. Wait no longer, right?
Yeah.
Hey, take a look at this party as we move out across Texas Avenue. Photographer Greg Hamilton there kind of spun it around so you can see the crowd here. And I'm going to just try to make my way through this a little bit. Boy, I don't want to say it's hectic. I don't want to say it's wild, but boy, it is something to see down here. It's hard to put into words. A party like this has never happened in Houston before, but it's happening here tonight. And you can see, like, just kind of give you a perspective. Yeah, I'm back here. Look at all the people just between us right here. Hey, how are you?
Good.
We're live on KHOU right now, and the camera's over there kind of through all these people. How long have you been an Astros fan?
A long time. My grandpa.
You only look like you're like 15 years old. How long's a long time?
Since day one, baby. Since day one.
Since day one. Have you ever seen a party like this?
No, this is the first time in a long time we've had one like this. My grandpa loved the Astros, and I'm kind of carrying out for him.
What's that now?
I learned from him, and yeah, I've always been a fan of the Astros.
Always been a fan of the Astros. Yeah, there's a lot of excited people. Great to meet you. There's a lot of excited people out here tonight, and I'm trying to make my way through and talk to some of these guys that have. How long have you been an Astros fan?
Man, as long as I can remember, about 20 years, 25 years, baby. Staying with it, baby.
The last guy wasn't even alive for 25 years, and he said he's been a fan forever. So same for you, right?
I thought of, we could do it, but 162 plus games is a lot of games, and a lot of things have to go right in order to get here. And our team believed in each other all year, and through the good times and the bad times, through a rough stretch in August, getting down 3-2 against a very good New York team. There's a lot of things that happen, and this is I'm so happy to be a part of it, to bring a championship back to a city that desperately needed one is a surreal feeling.
In the second row to your left, George.
Hi, George. Congratulations on your World Series championship. You were the one who was on the cover of that fateful Sports Illustrated 2014 cover, predicting that you all would win the 2007 World Championship. There was also questions about your World Series roster spot, seeing as you came in with 3 for 30 in the American League Championship Series. What are your thoughts on the fate of you being the MVP of this series and having the impact 5 home runs in the World Series?
It's crazy. I think as a player, when things don't start to go well, you tend to press. You tend to do things that you wouldn't normally do. And after the first game, I had a talk with Carlos Beltran, and he told me to just go out and kind of enjoy the moment, because he's been playing for 20 years and this is his second time here. So he told me to go out and be who you are and kind of enjoy it. And then I don't really know what to say after that. It's just I'm just extremely happy to be here, and for our team, our organization, our city, this is a great day.
In the second row on your right here, George.
George, over here. The home run today. Do you remember vividly hitting it? Do you remember the trip around the bases? Did you black out? Just take us through that.
I remember my plan and my approach was to get something out over the plate, get to something I could drive. If I was going to go down, I was going to go down on my own accord. And I just remember swinging and hearing the sound of the bat. And I knew it was a good sound, and then I saw the flight of the ball, and I got to first base and I rounded third and got home, and that's a crazy feeling. It's a very surreal feeling, because this is Game 7. This is what you dream of as a kid, and for that to happen is indescribable.
To your left, George, 4 rows back, Joe.
George, congratulations, and thank you for the great series and entertainment. Some people said the two teams mirrored each other, like two great boxers maybe going to the last round. At the very end, what do you think separated the two teams? What put the Astros on top of the Dodgers?
First and foremost, that's a great team over there, and they can score runs with the best of them, and they can stop you from scoring runs as well. And this was a dogfight. This was as hard a fought series. I mean, it's emotionally draining, physically draining. It took 7 games, but the difference, between us and them today was us scoring early. I think being able to put them on their heels early and not let them attack us was absolutely huge.
And we'll take 2 questions right up front here.
Congratulations on the win, first of all. And if you could, send a message to the Dodgers, it was a great series between 2 great teams. What would that message be?
Exactly that. It was this was a great series between 200-win teams, 2 great teams. 2 great offenses, 2 great defenses, 2 great pitching staffs, and 2 great pens. And the wildness of this series, the wackiness of this series, the emotional ups and downs, being able to play in this is something that I will never, ever forget, even if this is the only time I will ever get here. And that's a good team over there, and I don't expect them to go anywhere anytime soon. I expect them to be competing for a world championship for years to come.
Ron?
How would you say AJ has gotten you to this point? When to push you, when to prop you up, when to ease the pressure, when he needs to push to get a better performance?
Yeah, he does a great job in figuring out his players, figuring out what makes them work individually. And AJ, to his credit with me, kind of all year, just told me to go play. Don't try to do too much. Don't get ahead of yourself. Go out and kind of enjoy the game. And after Game 1, he sent me a text and just said to kind of enjoy this because this is the best time of our baseball life. And he stuck with me. He stuck by me, and I will run through a wall for that guy any day.
And to your left, George.
George, when you came up in April 2014, one of the things you told us was you weren't really nervous. I think you compared yourself to a duck, kind of staying calm on the surface. Was that how you kind of got through the stretch, especially after Game 1 when things didn't go really well? Was keeping your nerves at bay and staying calm key for you?
Yeah, a lot of this for the players is all about experience. You have to go through it in order to understand kind of what everything is about. And the first game of the World Series, obviously, what wasn't the best game for me. It wasn't the best game for anybody, but I learned from it, and I learned how to kind of keep my emotions in check. I learned how to slow my breathing down, slow myself down, because this is a time where it's not just a game in June and then you're going to come back again the next day and play. This is for everything, and to have the experience in 2015 was obviously big, and to understand that you have to slow yourself down and just kind of enjoy the moment was absolutely key for me.
Take a couple more, Anthony.
Hey, George, congrats, man. I got two for you. One, this is the first year they've named this award after Willie Mays. Does it feel appropriate to win it as a center fielder? And two, I understand you're often in charge of the music in the clubhouse. What was the selection before the game today?
Perfect time to walk in.
What a guy. Speaking of him, I won't talk bad about him anymore. Yeah, I used to go in the backyard with my dad, and he would hit me fly balls, and I pretend to be him. I would pretend to be Willie Mays, and to earn this is great. It's an honor, but it's not about me. It's about the team and what the team has done tonight, and I'm extremely happy for the team. And then also the jams today, I can say, were on point. I went with my 80s playlist. I got the boys right, obviously. And then once Correa got a hold of it, it ended up being like Bad Bunny and stuff. I don't know if you guys know who Bad Bunny is, but I don't know who Bad Bunny is. But I do now, and it was a loose clubhouse. I'm sure he could tell you. It was a lot of fun for us today.
And we'll take a last question for George
just
from
wondering
Shelley.
if you wonder why the lenses on your goggles are dark when it's a night game.
It's a great question for New Era. I have no idea. Because you don't want to get the champagne in your eyes. I can see you pretty good. I can see everybody pretty well here.
Well, George, you can take your Willie Mays World Series MVP trophy back to the celebration. Congratulations.
All right. Appreciate it.
Nice work.
So we will take questions for the manager of the World Series champions, AJ Hinch, and Jose Altuve. Guys, thanks for coming in. We'll let George and his family exit.
He's going to get the MVP of the league. So he's going to be like this.
All right, as George's happy family departs, AJ will slide over, and we'll take the first question for these guys from your left.
AJ, congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
A week ago, I think there were some people asking you questions about possibly moving Mr. Springer around in the lineup. Just you stayed calm, you stayed behind him, and obviously he produced at a very high level for the rest of the series. Just your thoughts on his performance.
if you watch us play, you know guys like George, Jose, Carlos really bring it every night. And so when the stage got big and the anxiousness started, you just rely on your guys, And George, as one, when he goes, we all go. And I think that was seen the rest of this series. When he got going, it gets pretty scary, and he can do a ton of damage. But he's at the top of the lineup for a reason. He's he's the first hitter that we send up there to set the table for these guys in the middle of the order. But to get to a 7-game series, you're going to have some good games. You're going to have some games that aren't your best. But the belief in him in specific, or our players in general, will never go away from my chair.
In the second row, guys, Barry.
Congrats, AJ.
Thank you.
What was the feeling, and did you get a chance at all to see Doc on the field and talk to him? And obviously he's on the other end of the spectrum at this point.
Obviously with one man's celebration is going to be another man's demise. It's terrible to watch him in pain. I just before I walked in here, I had a private moment with him, and as always, he was full of class and appreciation for the moment. And being friends with someone is one thing. You get on the field, you can be competitors, but the bond and the friendship will never go away. We'll reminisce about this series once the dust settles, and we'll get together and get our families together this winter, because this was an incredible series, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of the man he is, the manager he is, and he proved it again by how he responded to us winning. Who? Yeah. No, it's not been an easy year for him, and on and off the field. I know they won the most wins in the league, and we won over 100, and it seems easy. And we never really share our personal sides that we're people too. We battle on and off the field, but it's a journey, and obviously it's very rewarding to get to the finish line and be the last team standing.
And to your left, guys, Joe.
Question for Jose. Congratulations and thank you for great baseball throughout the series and postseason. It's often been said that these two teams mirrored each other. Great talent, great effort, everything. My two boxers going to the last round, fighting, slugging it out. What do you think at the end separated the two teams? What put the Astros on top?
I think the key was we stay very humble about the team we are. We all know how good and how much talent we have in that clubhouse, but we never take it for granted. We also knew that we were playing the Dodgers, and they are, one of the best teams, most consistent teams in the league, and they were playing extremely good in playoff. So we went like that, and we, try to make every pitch count, every swing count, and I think we did the small things in baseball, everything you got to do. And of course, this man next to me, he did the move that he had to do. So I think we all were in the same page, and that's what it gave us the victory tonight.
The first row, Ron.
AJ, what are the things you've learned since you first started as a manager 8 years ago that you think you used over the last month, this series, this game, to make this team the team it was to get over the top?
Yeah, I think the first thing that comes to mind is this game's about players. The players are what makes it all go around. And as their manager, my job is to get the most out of them. My job is to push them when they need to be pushed, to hug them when they need to be hugged, to believe in them always, and set a culture that where they'll believe in themselves and they'll prioritize winning. Obviously, this sport is, there's an individual side to it, there's a team side to it, and as you grow together as a group and you have a common belief system and you're supported, it's amazing what you can do. But the players are really what makes the sport go. And the more you can get out of them, the more you can get them to trust you, to believe in you as a leader, the better you'll be as a manager. And that, I'm not sure you know that right out of the chute when you first get one of these jobs. At least for me, as a young guy, I didn't appreciate what it took to put your heart and soul into the players and let them see you for who you are, and in return ask them to be themselves.
Jose, what has he taught you that others in baseball haven't?
I think he gave us a lot of confidence. He he's a guy that let you go like that and do your thing, you know. But he also says something when he thinks he needs to do it, and that's what, you know. It's really fun to play behind a guy like this. Like, okay, he trusts me, but if I do something that, you know, wrong or something, he's gonna get out there and let me know. But he let us know what we have to do in the best way he could do. You know, never lie. You know, he never disrespect his player. He was very, you know, polite and you know, the advices he gives you is in the best way. So I really appreciate. He knows I'm not very emotional, and I don't like to speak a lot. You can ask him, but you know, I really have to give him a lot of credit because he really deserves it.
On the left center aisle.
Yeah, this question's for both of you. What was the plan to oppose Yu Darvish, and talk about the success in carrying that plan out?
Me to go? You know, when you're going to face a high-end pitcher, and even though we beat him up a little bit twice this series, is not going to take away how good he is. We've seen him a lot in Texas, and obviously he's a difficult pitcher, and you have to pick a pitch. You have to find an area of the zone that you feel comfortable with and stay in the strike zone the most you can. If he gets you to chase, it's advantage Darvish. If he gets you to hit his off-speed pitches, it's advantage Darvish. So you have to be very disciplined, and we did that 2 games in a row where we got hittable pitches and did damage. But in the first game there was a lot of extra base hits, and we drove in some runs. Today, you know, George delivered the big blow at the end, but how we scored our first couple runs of just manufacturing runs against a top-end pitcher like that. Our plan was to make it tough on him and to give good, tough at-bats because we didn't know how long he was going to be in. This is the most creative team in baseball and how they use their pitching. So we said before the game we stood behind second base. You might only get 1 at-bat against Darvish. Now, I didn't know that was going to be because we scored a lot of runs. I thought it was just going to be how creative they were going to get. But the plan of attack, like always, is get a good pitch to hit.
Right center aisle there.
AJ, it was just over 2 months ago. I was with you guys in St. Pete, where you had been relocated, and there was, at the time, a lot of anxiety because everybody wanted to get home so bad, and you didn't know then when you would get back. Then you went back that weekend, and now I imagine everybody's anxious to get back to Houston for a whole different reason. Can you just talk about the amazing journey from there?
You know, it started before Tampa. It started in Anaheim when the storm hit, and I'll tell a quick story about Jose who was separated from his family, and with a lot of guys, and a lot of our families. Some were with us, some weren't. And Jose came up to me and asked me, you know, how long he'd have to play like this with his family back in Houston, getting surrounded by water. They were safe, but yet scared. And that's not easy to ask your players. Now, Jose, go out and get your normal 2 or 3 hits. You know, be the 3-hole hitter. Play hard and deliver us a win. And we did. We won a couple games along that stretch. But, you know, if you want to humanize baseball, look at that story. And it'll show you what these guys go through daily, you know, in their personal lives that leads to the professional lives. And then on top of that, I think we were able to really keep in perspective what was going on in Houston. The baseball was important. We were chasing a pennant. You know, this is a team that wanted to win the division. We'd been knocked out of the division a couple of years in a row. But we never lost perspective of what was important. I saw these guys at the community center the day off that the Mets gave us on Friday night. I saw these guys do good deeds for people as they start to rebuild the city. And I think that's why the city fell in love with this team all over again, and why we had that Houston strong strength that carried us a long way.
Anthony in the third row.
Hey, Jay, congratulations, man. The way you used Morton was kind of similar to the way you used McCullers in your other Game 7 win.
Right.
Was that something scripted if you had a lead, or was it just kind of working off what
it sort of worked out that way? You know, I didn't plan on pulling McCullers early tonight. I thought he was going to pitch a little bit deeper in the game, but what we were seeing was just some pitches that weren't being executed, and we felt like we could pass the baton on to the next guy, and we just would piece it together. We had every pitcher available, basically. And so as the game started to unfold, Liriano comes in and gets a huge out. Davinsky comes in and gets a huge out. And then really what pushed Morton into the game was the pinch hitting. Pinch hit Gaddis. They walk him to load the bases, which surprised me. It worked out for him when Maben popped up. But that got Morton in the game an inning earlier than we initially had anticipated. I was comfortable with him closing the game around 3 innings, but he did it with 4. But we had reinforcements if we needed help. And as much as I scripted this game, it never plays out the way you expect.
Take a few last ones on your right, guys.
AJ, please describe this championship team one word. Please describe this team one word.
Well, champion.
There we go. On the left.
Hi, AJ. You just talked about Jose Altuve and his family being separated from him with the hurricane in Houston. You then, I don't know, like, did you have to follow it up with what happened in Puerto Rico and
Sure.
with several of your players there?
Well, we had 3 hurricanes in a row, and the last 2 hit a lot of people around the league. It wasn't about the Astros, but a lot of our family, Astro family, was there. And second hurricane hit South Florida and got clipped some of the islands. And then the third one really did a ton of devastation in Puerto Rico, and we have a ton of Puerto Rican love on our team with Correa and Beltran and Juan Centeno and Alex Cora, our bench coach. We just really had a bonding experience when you're just getting beat by these hurricanes time and time again. So our owner stepped up through every hurricane and did something positive for somebody. And we'll continue to have to do that because as we celebrate this championship, somebody's still rebuilding their house in Houston. Somebody's still without power in Puerto Rico. Somebody is still devastated in South Florida. We'll continue to do our part to rebuild these places.
I'll take 2 final ones. Harash to your left, guys.
Jose, I see your phone there. You've been checking it a couple times. When you win a world championship, how many messages do you get, man? How many texts?
I don't know. I've been checking my Instagram followers. they went up 20,000 the last 10 minutes. That's what I'm doing.
And the last question from Bradford on your right.
I have a question for Jose. Back in 2011, before your Instagram account had so many followers, when you were called up, that was the first of 3 100-loss teams in a row as you were trying to establish yourself. Is there any way you can just sum up what it feels like to go from those teams and breaking into the majors to sitting where you're sitting right now?
It's a crazy journey, man. But I think I was the only one in 2011, 12, and 13. Those 100 losses, 3 years in a row. It's not easy, but I kind of believe in the process. I believe in what Jeff Luno and Gene Crane used to talk to me. Hey, we're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. So I was like, okay, then let me keep working hard. Let me, get better every year and try to be part of the winning team, I always believed that we're going to become good. Then I saw Springer getting drafted, Correa, Bregman. I was like, okay, we're going. And, we got to playoff in 2015, very young team. We didn't have that much experience. We couldn't go farther, but last year we have another great year. I think it was a good year. We didn't clinch, but it was another good year. And then this year in spring training, I realized okay, this is the team. It's something in our clubhouse, a lot of chemistry, good relationship between players, coaches, players with everybody. And I was like, okay, I kind of believed it was the year. Everybody did it, and now we're here.
The world champion Houston Astros. Congratulations, you guys. Appreciate everything you did for us in October. That concludes tonight's post-game interview room, and it concludes the postseason. Thanks for everything.
All right, so we just heard from Jose Altuve and AJ Hinch and George Springer, who got the Willie Mays World Series MVP award. Fitting because he too is a brilliant center fielder like Willie Mays was. And to hear Springer, first of all, that he likes 80s music, that was the shock.
That was the takeaway there.
That was the takeaway for me. But also to hear how humble and gracious he is about where he is, about what this team has done and how they've come together. And as the manager kind of alluded to, how it lifted the team through a very difficult time. Not only Harvey here, but the storms that hit Puerto Rico. They got ball players from there and South Florida. So it's really something.
Yeah. All right, let's get a live picture now. Matt Musil is inside the locker room. You want to talk about a party place. Mm-hmm. You know that is the place to be. Those players celebrating this momentous win for the Houston Astros. Champagne showers, I'm sure if they haven't taken place already, they probably have by now. More to come, but such a big night for the city of Houston, especially, and that's what the Astros said. We heard from some of the players there in the post-game presser that they wanted to win this for the the Astros. They wanted to bring them this win after all the city has been through and after all the fans have been through all these years.
It's been a really 2.5 months. It's been really something.
It has been really something. It's been some amazing baseball, the best baseball most of us have ever seen.
Go
in our
Astros!
lifetime.
Astros fans here.
Astros fans.
They made the trip. All right, let's go to Matt Musso inside the locker room.
Obviously, you guys are wanting to work these guys inside. You didn't want to hit them.
No,
that was your strategy.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I was working inside, up and in. All these guys standing over the plate. They're leaning over my breaking ball. And I was clipping a lot of them. But I think it was a good thing because the rest of the game, they seemed pretty uncomfortable. It gave our pitching staff an opportunity to kind of use the outside half of the plate. So it ended up being really good.
How about the rest of your guys coming through behind you from the bullpen?
Everyone came through, man. Throughout this whole season, we don't get where we are without every single person on this team. Guys who are right here, right now, guys who are back home that played big roles for us. You know, Tony Kemp, Max Stassi, all these guys who are back home watching. You know, that we're all part of this, and we're not here without every single one of the guys who's contributed.
And how about George getting MVP?
He deserved it. He was the best player in this series. Awesome defense. He made one defensive mistake and he hit a home run his next time up. He absolutely deserved this moment for him. He was the best player, and it's fitting after the first game, everyone was like, hey, got to move him out of lineup, and he was MVP.
Thanks, Lance McCullers. Oh, one of many Astros in are celebrating tonight. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, go ahead.
Here with our Astros fans. How pumped are you guys?
How are you guys?
Astros World Series champions. All right, so the game ended about an hour ago. What have you guys been up to inside?
We've been inside cheering for everybody, seeing all the fans, seeing all the players. Just, it's been great. It's been awesome.
I heard faintly during the game, "Let's go Astros." Did you hear that?
Let's go Astros! In the middle of all the Dodgers fans, and they just stared at us, and they booed us, and they threw peanuts at us. We didn't care. We kept yelling.
Yeah, you guys kept Houston strong, that's for sure.
That's right.
What do you think this means for the city, for us to finally have this championship?
We needed it. I mean, the city was down, obviously. There was tons of destruction, and people were disappointed, obviously, with everything that was going on. So the city needed that. And sure enough, the Astros, they pulled us through, man. They pulled us through.
They picked a great year to win their first World Series championship.
Absolutely.
Amen to that. Okay, what about our MVP, George Springer?
Amazing. Incredible. He's amazing, absolutely. George struggled through the ALCS.
Yeah, he did.
And he stepped his game up, and he did everything that we needed him to do. He was a team leader, and he stepped it up. It was amazing.
So were you guys nervous? I was like, I just couldn't relax any of the game, even up 5-0.
At all. I told them at the beginning of the game, I had goosebumps, I had butterflies, and I was literally just like, I couldn't settle down and get comfortable.
And at what point did you say, I think we got it?
5-0 lead.
Yeah.
5-0 lead, but that was the second inning.
It took me until about the 7th inning.
Yeah.
About the 7th inning, I thought we got this.
I had a weird calm about me. I just felt like, hey, it's all in their hands. They know what's going on. We had a 5-minute lead. They were prepared. They're the Astros.
They set it up early.
They stepped it up.
Some insurance runs would have been great. We only had one hit the last 6 innings of the game.
Yeah, that's true.
So that, you know,
but it was enough.
Not like going on offense,
enough.
but we got enough early off you, Darvish. Thank you, Texas Rangers, for trading you to the Dodgers. That is one of the greatest midseason trades in Astros history. Thank you very much.
Wow. So what are you guys going to do now once you leave here?
We're going to Disneyland!
At the same hotel as the team, so
really?
Oh, exciting!
We'll probably go back there and loiter and see what we can.
And loiter.
Party all night long.
Get a few autographs.
JW Marriott.
Yeah, baby.
That is awesome.
Party all night long and somehow make an 8:00 flight.
Yeah.
Somehow.
All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks
Go
so much.
Astros!
Thanks for making the trip.
Let's send it back to the locker room with our Matt Musa.
With Dallas Keuchel. Dallas. Okay, we talked with your buddy Pat Beverly. We went to Clippers practice, and he said he's been texting back and forth with you guys. There's a brotherhood of pro athletes in Houston.
Yeah, that's my guy, and he came over here.
I was trying to make the game 2 nights ago. I didn't make it, but man, we talk all the time, and what he's been through, what I've been through, we just enjoy each other that much more. But I couldn't say enough about that guy.
How about everybody coming from the bullpen? What happened? You're warming up. Oh my, Lance! Oh, Lance had it going, and then they hit. Oh my, that's cool. That's really cool, Dallas. Thank you very much, Dallas. Whoa!
I'll buy you some new clothes.
What you guys have been through, tell me what this means to you right now. Oh, man.
We were at the bottom, and like I was saying, nobody wanted to come here. It was an open tryout. Now it's a destination for players to come. We got MVPs wanting to come here. We got Cy Youngs wanting to come here. We're on top of the world, literally.
How about an MVP for George Springer? How about that guy? The guy who shouldn't be in the leadoff spot. Remember a couple series back?
How about we got a couple MVPs on our team? We got Springer, the World Series MVP. Now we got Jose Altuve coming out, winning that league MVP.
That is awesome. All right, Dallas. Folks back home are really excited. You know you had a chance to lift their spirits. What do you say to them tonight?
We love you guys. We love you. We played for you guys the whole time. We saw the fans pack Minute Maid Park. Unreal atmosphere. We can't wait to get back to you guys.
Hey, we're going to have a parade on Friday.
I'll be there. Will you be there?
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, Dallas. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Will you be there? All right, welcome back. We were just talking about Matt Musil. We are thrilled for him. 35 plus years he's been covering sports for KHOU 11 News, and he gets an opportunity to cover the first World Series of a team that he has followed for so very long. He's covered the Killer Bees, he's covered all the great teams from the 80s, and you know, it's just amazing and great for him to be in the locker room to experience the celebration.
I mean, I could almost shed a tear.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's a great moment for Matty and thousands, millions back at home in Houston, Texas. Our Brett Buffington has been down there partying it up with fellow Houstonians. Hey, Brett.
Hey, Mia, it's such a party down here. People are kind of fanning out a little bit. And then you'll see the horses come by from HPD, and they'll kind of thin this crowd out, and then exactly where they went through, it'll fill right back in. No one's ready to go home here tonight. And as soon as they realize that we're on TV, it's going to fill in right here. Watch this. Here they come. This crowd excited tonight. They're pumped up. They've been waiting for this. You know, we've been talking about this for months now. We've been talking about what would it be like if the year that Harvey hit Houston, the Astros won a World Series. Well, that's the reality tonight. Hey, let me ask you a couple questions. This guy right here. Are you from Houston?
I'm from Houston, bro.
You are?
I waited 58 years to win this championship.
And I imagine...
My grandfather used to take us out to Buff Stadium, and the mosquitoes would chew on us.
Man,
I waited a long time.
what if he could be here to see this?
Yeah,
58
a long time.
years.
Yeah, my dad passed this year, but I know I got people looking down on us. My mother retired 47 years in that building right there.
Your mom worked there? 47 years. You Astros born and bred, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jimmy Wynn took my hand, and I wouldn't watch it for a week.
58 years, is it worth the wait?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is only the start of this party.
This is it. We're going to do it next year.
What's your name?
My name's Russell Patton.
What is it?
Russell Patton.
Mr. Russell, great to meet you, sir. God bless you.
Don't do it,
Certainly a night to be. Look at this party as they continue to fill in here in front of our live location just across the street from home plate. You can't get in a bar here on Texas Avenue, not at least the ones right here where we are. They're packed. The line is out the door. We've got a lot of people who want to be around us. So hold on one second. We're going to try to get away from some of that language that was back there. Get up here to the front. Let me ask, was anybody inside? Hey, were you inside? Did you go inside?
I was inside there.
What was it like, you know, the bottom of the ninth when that last out happened?
Honestly, my heart was beating so fast I couldn't believe it. Like that was the craziest thing ever. But we knew we were getting the dub. We knew we were getting that. And we got that dub. Houston, Texas, we out here, baby.
Hey, Houston strong. Houston strong. Houston strong. After Harvey, we deserve this.
Amen to that. So you're seeing the party out here, and as we stay on live, You're going to see this crowd get bigger and bigger, so I apologize for some of the language that slipped up here. Obviously, a lot of people are really excited. I'm backing up here. If Greg, you follow me, I'm going to go across the street here and kind of show people. On Texas Avenue, you know there's the popular bars. They're right across the street from the stadium. This is the line to get in over here. I'm going to make my way through the crowd. It's all the way out on the street. It wasn't like this on Friday or Saturday when the game was in town. So an enormous crowd still out here on Texas Avenue. People, that's a pedicab they're dancing on top of. If you can see that, they're having a good night. The Astros flag flying in the middle of Texas Avenue. The police certainly out here in force. They're making this crowd feel very much safe down here tonight. And again, they continue to go through with those big horses. They kind of thin this crowd out, and as soon as they go through, well, people come right back out in the middle of the street. So very exciting night here outside of Minute Maid Park. This is an Astros fan's dream happening out here tonight. If you're a baseball fan anywhere in this world, Texas Avenue at Minute Maid Park, this is the place to be tonight. You can see the excitement. Lynn, Mia, back to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
looking good in Houston. And we've got Charlie Hogan here. You decided to come at the last minute. You didn't want to come. You thought we'd win it in 6.
I just wanted to win it in 6. I was like Correa. I was like Springer. This is hard work.
You're exhausted, aren't you, Charlie?
I'm spent. I'm drained. I'm just ready. I'm just so happy.
So
that
when
we
did you
won.
get here?
I got here. I left this morning at 5:30 in the morning from Houston. Got here at 7 a.m. And I can't think about anything other than the World Series right now. So,
So what have you been doing since the game has been over?
since we've been in the stadium, just cheering the team on, yelling. My voice is probably gone, and we've been yelling for all the players, just cheering and showing our appreciation.
Yeah. Now, did you come by yourself, or did you come with anyone else?
I came with
Another Astros fan.
baseball.
Hey, Astros! What's going on?
I came with these guys.
Okay.
Yeah, this is one of my best.
What's your
friends
name?
from high school.
Brad. So, Brad, tell me your thoughts about this win for the city.
I mean, it's big. It's huge. I mean, the city's not doing well, and now it fixes everything.
We've
It's
watched
like when you're in a
this team
hurricane.
grow up. We've watched this team grow up.
Right, for 30 years. It's amazing.
Well, and we've seen them be good, and we've seen this particular team develop, which has been so much fun.
Right,
It has been fun.
Boy, has it been fun. It's been some of the best baseball we've ever seen.
Right.
Oh, it really
I mean,
has.
the offense is amazing. I mean, yeah. No matter what.
How
I mean,
could
it's
you
a-
not love all of our players, but especially Jose Altuve,
Oh,
George
he's so good.
Springer.
Yeah.
Springer with all those dingers, let
And
me
the
tell you.
MVP tonight.
Yeah.
Right.
So what are you guys going to do now?
Well, we're gonna go recoup, rest a
And
little
try
bit,
to go- we're
and
gonna
go
go-
celebrate with the Astros.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
You and some other fans.
Right.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Go
Congrats. Thanks for
Astros!
celebrating and coming to LA.
Thank you all.
Have a safe trip back. All right.
Hey, he's not going to be the only one without a voice come tomorrow, right?
I know.
All those fans back in Houston doing the same thing, celebrating, whooping it up. This is the night.
It's amazing.
What a moment
Yeah.
for all of Houston.
All right, let's go to Matt Musil. He is in the locker room. Matty.
All right, guys. Hey, Brian McCann is going to talk with us. This clubhouse is a little nuts.
Yeah.
Brian,
We're raging for
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Man, what does this mean to you? You come over here with the thoughts to win a championship, provide some veteran leadership.
Yeah.
You did just that.
I mean, where I'm at in my career, it was just a perfect fit. It was a perfect fit to come here. The days of me hitting the 3-4 hole and carrying a team and are over. So to come here and to have superstars that I get to watch every night play, the young guys that are getting better and better, and it's just it was just a perfect fit for me.
Give us an idea what it was like catching these guys. You had a myriad of pitchers out there. Obviously, your plan was to work these guys inside. Lance hits a World Series record, 4 hitters. You didn't expect that tonight, but it worked out.
Right? No, we just. But he gave up no runs. He made pitches when he had to. And in this format, when you have guys ready to come in, Peacock Scott came in and did a tremendous job. Liriano got a huge out. And then we handed the ball to Charlie Morton, who biggest bargain in baseball. And when I saw what he had, I knew it was going to be hard for them to score five runs.
Oh yeah, you want to just stay in there.
He was going to close that thing out regardless. He wasn't going to come out if he was going to finish that game out.
What is it about him? He has a quiet demeanor. He wants to be the man, doesn't he?
Yeah, he had a slow heart rate tonight. He's had a slow heart rate this whole postseason. He's made big pitch after big pitch for us, and we would not be here if it wasn't for him.
How about George Springer, the guy the critics said, "Oh, you need to move him out of that leadoff spot because he's not producing." Man, did he produce? Now he's the MVP.
I don't know if hitting 30 plus homers and stealing bags and hitting 300. I mean, take a second to look at what he did this year. And there's nobody walking around baseball right now that can run like him, that can have the power he has, plays the center field. Kershaw was on his game that night. You turn the page, and he did that, and he's big time.
Congratulations, Brian.
Yep.
See you at the parade on Friday?
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian. Brian McCann, back to you guys. Back in the studio.
All right.
Maddie,
so happy for the show. So happy for Maddie also to
Yes.
witness that. Hey, there's a run on Astros World Series championship gear now. Let's check back in with Reka Mudaraj and Daniel Gotera inside the store at Minute Maid Park.
Oh man, you guys, we have been here all day. We watched this victory with thousands of our closest fans and friends, and boom. Check out the gear.
There it is.
Show it
There's
off,
the gear.
Daniel.
There's
Show
the
it
hat.
off.
There's a hat. I'm
World
told that this
Series
matches
champs.
my whole outfit, so
It really does.
Put that on there.
Wear it with
What do you think?
pride,
You
you
think?
guys.
We good?
Hot
Yeah.
off the presses. Check out all the T-shirts back
Check it
here.
out, right
Tons of T-shirts coming in. They were stacked and ready to go, right after the game ended, and the confetti fell, and people cried and cheered and gave each other hugs. They ran up to the team store. I mean, I've never seen people run up those steps so fast, Daniel.
They did, and we are told that the team store is going to be open 24 hours.
24 hours.
So the line's already long
Yeah.
here, and they're letting people in little by little.
Little by little, but they
to
keep
get all
getting
this gear.
shipments.
They got, many shipments. They
Yeah.
have a lot of stuff going on here with the hats and the shirts, and then they got all the playoff gear.
So
and
much.
two guys who have already picked up their stuff and
Yep.
very, very fired up about this victory are Tony and Paolo. Look at this. These guys right here. I got to ask you, what's it like to hold that hat and to buy all these shirts?
Man, I'm overwhelmed right now because the Astros have won. We have took it, baby. We all the way we took it. Went to LA and took that. We snatched it up, baby. That's how you do it. Vamos, Astros.
Paolo, you waited for a long time for this moment. You guys have your retro jerseys on. This is good stuff, right?
Yes, sir. Very. History in the making, baby. Long time coming. Let's go, Astros, man. Let's go. Let's go.
And it didn't matter. Hey, it didn't matter how much any of this stuff costs, right? This is history. You got to do this. You got to have.
Get all your gear. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Vamos, Astros. Vamos.
Hey, there you go. A lot of stuff
coming
going on.
into the store. They're getting their gear. They're getting their stuff. Okay, come here. How much money you plan on spending tonight on World Series gear? All time. How much money are you going to spend tonight on?
However much I have in my pockets. Let's go.
All right. Are you getting a lot of energy? You look great. What does this mean to you?
I've waited over 40 years to see my team win the World Series, and I had to be here.
You had to be. How many shirts? How many hats are you going to get?
Whatever I can get my hands on.
I see you've got the old logo, the World Series logo. This was the first time in 12 years they've been in this moment. Can you kind of describe the emotions in this time, the ups and downs, and all the things that have happened to this franchise?
Oh, watching it go from a team that through the 90s, when I could take my young children here, who are now in their upper 20s, who can still remember those players, the teams that got so close and just couldn't make it, and then later became the teams that finally got to the World Series after the 2004 heartbreak, and then in 2005, and then just couldn't quite win the game, and then go through the 100 loss years.
It's crazy, right?
It was crazy, and then back in 2014, Sports Illustrated says, "We will win in 2017," and puts George Springer on the cover.
Well, we got to ask that Sports Illustrated writer to buy some lottery tickets for the whole city because that guy is a genius. Anyway, Reka, you've got somebody
I've got
else
a little
here.
fan here. What's your name?
My name is Andy Ballin.
Okay, Andy, first of all, are you going to go to school tomorrow?
Yes.
You are? Are you going to be up in time for school?
Yes.
How are you feeling tonight?
Actually, a little bit too much happy.
I don't think there's any such thing. Enjoy your time in the team shop. Everybody's picking up hats, picking up gear. Give me just a second. I want to show off these championship hats here, World Series champs. Again, the team store here at Minute Maid is going to be open 24 hours. They keep getting these shipments in. They keep filing people in. They're trying to control that chaos because Daniel and I were just outside, and there is a long line.
Long line, for sure. They've got all sizes of kids' sizes. They've got medium, low, men's. I mean, anything that you want is right here in the team store.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, when you think about this moment, we were talking about it earlier. I don't know if you guys could hear us earlier because it was so loud. But, I mean, you know, sports offer a distraction for everybody.
Yes.
And when you turn around and you see people crying, you see people hugging each other, you see people kissing each other, people proposing. I mean, the emotion in this moment is incredible. Even for people that don't like sports, this is city pride, and that's exactly what's happening right here.
And everything that we've been through, we keep coming up and saying, you know, we're talking about Harvey and recovering from Harvey. And I remember just a few days after the storm, Mayor Sylvester Turner did a press conference, was saying, hey, here's where things stand right now, but let's look to the Astros. Let's play ball this weekend. Let's get back to normal. We need that sense of normalcy. And honestly, the Astros have provided that for so many people. So it's been pretty incredible.
Yeah, and you know, the players say it all the time. They just want to give the fans about 3 or 4 hours of a distraction.
Absolutely.
And that might be a cliche, but really, no, it's not. Because
Not
I
in
was
this
talking to a
situation.
fan yesterday when we were here for Game 6. Yeah, I'm glad we came back, by the way.
Right.
This is worth the party.
Yeah.
His name was Sam. He lives in Katy. His house got flooded.
Yeah.
And he's living with his son. And he just couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe that the team is giving them this opportunity. And so it does affect a lot of people. And I just can't wait to see the parade route.
This
and
is
the
going to
ticker
be-
tape and anything that goes. I mean, it's going to be really incredible.
And everybody is going to be sporting their new World
Yes.
Series gear. I mean, look, oh, hey, nice flag.
Fly the pennant. Add a World Series title to that pennant.
Right.
Here at Minute Maid Park.
Let's talk to these folks right here.
Oh,
Ask
right
them
here.
what they're buying.
Okay,
What are you
so-
getting tonight?
Okay. You got a hat. How much stuff are you guys buying tonight?
A bunch of hats, probably, for all of our family.
Okay, did you bring a big bag to put all those hats in?
No.
It's all right. Just carry them, right? What's this moment like for you guys?
What's this moment like?
What? That happened tonight?
Wait.
That happened tonight.
It's our anniversary.
Oh,
So
wow.
this is the best night.
Congratulations, guys. You guys are just like Correa and his fiance.
But I did it first.
Oh,
good man.
Before he did.
Good man. Good
Wait,
man.
hold on. What if the Astros didn't win?
We don't have to think about that, do we?
No, she said yes. There's a World Series title. Congratulations, guys. Go celebrate, and thanks for talking to us.
Congrats. You got a World Series
awesome.
hat and a
You
ring.
see that rock? One more time. Look at that. He did well.
You guys.
Thank you. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Look at that.
This is what we saw. Proposals, people crying, people cheering, people high-fiving, people giving each other hugs. I have never seen such a range of emotions, and
Yeah.
especially in this city. We've been through so much. And all these people, look at all these people filing in now, trying to grab some gear and then head out to the streets and go party, Hetty, because I don't think this city's going to sleep tonight.
No, I don't think so. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Are you?
I don't think we are.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
definitely
we'll be
not.
here.
All right, Len and Mia, back to you guys in Los Angeles, where the party is, I'm sure, just getting started.
All right. Guys, thank you so much. And we've got more fans finally coming out of the stadium. What do you think?
It's a family affair for you guys. Tell us who all we've got here. Mom, dad, kids.
Birthday! We got a birthday girl! Yeah! Woo! A championship for her! H-Town did it for everybody!
Talk about a special birthday gift. All right, tell us what it was like witnessing this historic game for you guys.
It was in the bucket list. You know, we got a check mark. We're so happy to make it. Yes.
And what have you guys been doing the last hour? You were in the stadium?
We're at the stadium, we're partying, we're celebrating, we're doing what you're doing. We're just happy.
It was the only time we could celebrate because in between all the Dodgers fans throughout the whole game, we had to be very cautious because it seemed very dangerous.
Yeah, Dad, you didn't want to come, you said at first.
No, I was very reluctant. We came yesterday, and we were bombarded by fans, So it was tough. And my wife and I said,
You were bombarded by fans. We were decent.
Okay.
yeah. But my friend said, let's do it. Let's go today because this is going to be the day. I go, let's do it because it's her birthday, and we're going to do it. But
because we're gonna win.
We're gonna win.
Yes.
But it's tough because Dodgers fans, let me tell you, there's like no other fans in this country. You better watch what you're doing. Watch your back. It's not really a family affair to bring like little kids or anything like that. Because no, gangsters will take you to school.
You know what? I think they were a little worried, and so they were coming off a little aggressive. They were a little worried for good reason. You're right.
To their credit, we had some folks come by, Dodgers fans, and say, "Congratulations, you guys deserved it."
Yeah.
Good sportsmanship.
After we won, they were very, very decent. Then they
So I
shook
wonder
our
what
hands.
you think about this win, given what Houston has been through the last 2 or 3 months.
Deserved. Houston deserved this win, and we're very happy for our hometown.
All right, so what are you guys off to do right now? You were celebrating inside the stadium post.
Ritz Carlton. We're gonna go celebrate with the team. Marriott, I'm sorry.
Hey, the secret is out. That's the team hotel. Hey,
Everybody
you guys won't be the only Astros fans there celebrating with them. And you know what? The Astros will think the more, the merrier. They're ready to keep the party
Guys,
going.
thank you.
Thank you so
Thanks
much.
for coming by. Go Astros! Jason Bristow is live down on the field. Jason.
After 55 years.
All right, thanks, Len. Thanks, Mia. Here with Derek Fisher, rookie outfielder from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, Cornwall. You're a World Series champion in your rookie season. Can you believe it?
Oh, no, I can't. And there's nothing else I can say about that question, but no, I can't. I cannot believe it.
And not only are you a World Series champion, you're also a part of perhaps one of the greatest World Series ever, scoring the winning run. This whole experience, at what point will it really sink in that all this has happened?
You know, I think a big thing in these games is that nobody realizes what happens before, after, and during, minus what's on the field. And that goes for both sides, obviously, with the Dodgers as well. And every game, the intensity is so high from pitch one, and you can tell, obviously, just from the fans. But the intensity is just, it's huge. And it's all 27 outs from both sides. And it's something that definitely takes a toll, but it's a good toll.
For the fans, it was unpredictable. For the players, it must have been just nerve-wracking to be in this dugout watching these games transpire, because it just seemed like everything that should have happened didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, dude, game 2 was like that was the start, and and everybody thought that would be the most ridiculous game in World Series history, and then sure enough, we followed it up with our last game in Houston being even more ridiculous. And that just shows October baseball, anything can happen. And for somebody like me, being as young as I am and being able to learn from these older guys, is the biggest thing, is anything can happen. And that showed here in these 7 games.
Carlos Beltran, been in this game for decades, never had a World Series ring until now, and now you have one in your first season in the bigs. That's crazy.
I think it's even more important that you have it with him. You know, I think somebody like him as a kid, you know, I was looking up to him.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Just how clutch he'd been, and how great of a player he was his entire career. And when I saw that we'd signed him, I wanted just to be able to meet him.
Yeah.
Not just be able to play with him. And then now the pinnacle of it all, to win a World Series with him, and to be able to see his face after it all meant a lot, honestly. I mean, he was emotional, and it was crazy, man. It was awesome, and it was something that I'll never forget. I mean, amongst the ring, that I get to share with him.
Do you remember the first person you hugged after the final out?
No, I don't. I mean, it was again, man. You have 3 outs in the 9th inning, and obviously just being up 4 runs, you feel as if it still might not be enough. And the Dodgers, you know, being able to fight back as well as we have during the entire series, you feel as if no runs are enough. And fortunately, we pulled it out, man.
What can you say about these Houston fans? You haven't been here very long, but it seems like they were a driving force throughout this season for this entire team.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when the tragedy happened in the hurricane, you know, we were all able to get back and play that weekend, and that alone meant a lot to us, to be able to get home and have the off day and to help. And all of us got out, and we were able to do what we wanted to do and help the community. And we played the doubleheader Saturday, and that weekend meant a lot to us, to be able to get out there and play and give them something to smile about. And then obviously with the Houston Strong patch on our chest, I mean, everybody feels as if that's just something for show, but that meant the world to us, to be able to carry the city with us, you know, whether we're in Boston, whether we're in New York, whether we're here in LA. To be able to do that and to be able to come out with a World Series ring is something that means the world to us in the city of Houston.
Message to the people who helped you along the way to get to this point? Sorry, I had to go there, didn't I?
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah. That is Derek Fisher, World Series champion in his first season as a Houston Astro. I've known Derek for a number of years now, and being from Pennsylvania, and Derek was from Pennsylvania, and we both sat and looked at each other and said, can you believe that we're both in this clubhouse after a World Series championship? It's unbelievable.
It's crazy, man.
It
is. I mean, to come from where you come from, and everybody's a kid from somewhere, and this is a dream for everyone.
Yeah.
And I just want to thank anybody that's ever helped me to get here.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is Derek Fisher, rookie outfielder, now world champion. Len, Mia, let's send it back to you.
Wow. That's really special to hear the rookie. Everybody's a kid from somewhere, and the big kid got a ring tonight in his first season in the big leagues. What a special moment for him.
It truly is a field of dreams.
Yeah.
This dream coming true. Rookie year, it's really something. You know, from the youngest to the oldest on the team, Carlos Beltran, of course, finally getting his World Series championship as well. It's such a special night for so many, and what a game.
It's fantastic.
We witnessed it, Len, the history go down right here at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles.
I can kind of breathe now. So let's go to Josh Chapin. He is at the Academy on 59 in Kirby, where folks lined up to get the World Series swag.
Josh Chapin here at the Academy along the Southwest Freeway. Of course, the first place people came to get their World Series gear. This is the front of the line here, but I want to give you some idea of how crazy this is. That is the back of the line. We just spoke to a couple of folks who said that this could be till 4 in the morning until they get inside the building. We're going to talk to some folks maybe who just got online to see what they're thinking. Want to get gear even though could wait?
I'm going to wait all night. I've been waiting 26 years. I've never experienced a championship. I'm experiencing now. Let's repeat. Let's repeat. Let's repeat.
What's your name?
Moy.
And how do you feel about this? What does this mean?
I think it's awesome. I mean, so I've only been here 16 years, so it's hopefully many more to come.
Okay. What about you? What is your name?
Michelle.
Michelle, how do you feel about this?
Once in a lifetime experience. I can't even describe it. It's insane.
And you're okay to wait out here?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right, so you see people's excitement. There's all kinds of gear in here. I'm sure what Academy tells us, they'll be open till tomorrow night to accommodate everyone. So come on down while they're hot. Back to you guys.
I need to get one of those World Series champion baseball hats as soon as I get home, because they're not selling them here.
No, maybe Josh can hook us up with that for sure. Our Matt Musel is partying with the Astros in the locker room, including pitcher Luke Gregerson.
All right, so we're going to get to Matt in just a moment, but what an amazing night this has been. What an amazing series this has been. And I said it earlier, tonight was a completely different game than what we expected. It's either been tight or an offensive explosion, but tonight we got just enough runs and held on for the win. Now let's go to Matt and one of the Astros pitchers.
Luke, you got another trophy. You had the World Baseball Congress, now you have the World Series.
It'll go great on my mantle. How about it, huh?
Just for you. Wow. Luke, you've been through the hard times here. You've been through some great times. What are your thoughts right now as one of the veterans? Let me borrow this.
Is I don't know an acceptable answer, because this is amazing. You know, come here, me and a couple guys on this team won a gold medal here earlier this year. Come back again and we win a World Series. This is amazing.
There's a big hurricane this year.
Luke Gregerson, he's got the trophy. We're going to have a parade on Friday. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Matt Musel there in the locker room, partying it up. Matt Musil with pitcher Luke Gregerson. I mean, man, we watched
Kinda
so
loud
many.
in there.
Yeah, we watched so many pitching changes tonight.
Oh man, the whole series. I mean, it was dizzying to watch how this all unfolded. Game 2 was surreal, unbelievable. I remember being in the newsroom, not leaving because the game wasn't over and waiting. It was just insane. So I'm still stunned but happy. Stunned but happy. Does that make sense?
Let me go ahead and pinch you, my friend.
Oh my
you are
gosh.
not dreaming.
Oh my gosh.
This happened. The Astros won the 2017 World Series championship. Our Marcelino Benito is live down at Minute Maid Park. Marcelino.
Well, guys, fans are still out here. They're still celebrating. They still have not cleared the streets. You can see just how excited they are. You can see just how crazy it's gotten over here. People just super excited with this Astros win. Fans have been waiting for this a long time. This is the headline they're happy about. This is the headline they're happy about. I'm not sure if you can hear me, guys, but you can see just how excited these fans are.
Harvey don't got nothing. Hey, let's go. Go ahead and interview right here. That's my newspaper. That's my newspaper.
Why does this win mean so much to the city of Houston?
It means so much. After Harvey, I've seen it at the lowest point and at the highest point. Houston, Houston, Houston.
You can see just how happy they are, guys. After Harvey, this means a whole lot to the city of Houston tonight. Back to you.
We deserve it. The city deserves it. We've been at our lowest.
Wow.
I'm just trying to keep up here.
They're reveling in it. They're enjoying it. They're soaking it up. And some people are not going to make it to work tomorrow.
Oh, man.
And some kids are not going to make it to school. And then on Friday, give us details about the parade.
Yeah, so Friday at 2 p.m. is when the Astros victory parade will be. And you know, so much of Houston is going to show up for that. That's for sure. 2 p.m. happening in downtown Houston today. On Friday, rather, downtown near Smith and Lamar Street.
It's the usual spot where they have parades.
It is.
Right.
Folks are going to pack it in. They're going to come down from the office buildings. They're going to come from every corner of the city. They want to see the Astros holding that trophy up, making their way along the great streets of the city of Houston. We can't wait for the Astros to get back home to celebrate again.
Yeah, they'll be greeted at the airport, no doubt. All right, let's go to Brett Buffington. He is in Houston at Minute Maid. Brett.
Yeah, Lynn, I'm going to go show Marcelino a trick. I hid my cameraman, I hid the camera, so no one really knows we're on TV until I start talking. I want to talk to these guys. They were at Lucky's, which, you know, if you're familiar, other side of 59. They saw, oh, so sorry, I did not mean to elbow you in the head. They saw this party on TV and you came down, right?
Yes. Right after we won, we just headed over here.
It's the first place we hit.
Crazy party. So
I imagine the party over there was pretty wild. A wild game.
Yes.
Look at the other 6 games of this series. We were talking about, you know, it was either an offensive game or it was tight, and this game was neither.
It was very intense. I just felt like
we took the lead when we could. We did what we could as soon as we could, the best we could, because we're here for the best city. We're here to represent everybody that's been going through a lot of trouble. You know, we've had a lot of heartbreak going on in the recent months, and right now it was such a heartwarming, relieving feeling that we won. We're here with the city. We're here, everybody celebrating. We're the #1 champs in the world.
Right?
Yes.
Houston was already strong. It might be a little stronger tonight.
No,
we've been strong. After Hurricane, everybody just came together. Everybody has big hearts, you know. And we always got to thank the man upstairs. Without him, this wouldn't be possible for them.
Amen to that, man. Amen to that. So we've been watching this crowd tonight. Have you been watching this? It started as, you know, flags, a couple of light pole climbers, and now we've graduated to crowd surfing.
Yeah.
It's like if it's a concert right now. Everything's just
It's a movie. It's
some of these crowd surfing moments have not done well on the dismount either. You're holding your breath, going, "Oh, they might fall," and then you see legs go up in the air. But what look at this party, though. What do you think of this? You ever seen anything like this?
Yes, at a Charlie Scott concert, but it is a lot more livid. It's a more more passionate because it's about Houston.
Dude, it is 12:58 on a Thursday morning, and no one looks like they're going home, and probably
Not going to work in the morning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No work, no school. We have to celebrate for the city. We've been through months of heartbreak, and we can celebrate one night. I think we all deserve it. I think everybody deserves to be happy, to be cheering. I mean, what else can we ask for? I mean, really.
After 100 games lost, after 05 shutout, we needed this. After those 2 weeks of just being at home stuck, flood, nobody knew what was going to happen. We really needed this. Out of everything, I want to thank the guys in the team.
In August, it didn't feel so much like this was Houston's year.
No.
Fast forward to November 2nd, and what are you thinking?
No.
At a loss for words.
Yes. Words can explain none of this.
People are crying tonight, but they're crying for a different reason.
Yes, for emotionally and very, sorry.
Now you're going to cry. Don't cry yet.
No, it's just, words can explain what's happening right now. You know, it's like we won the best thing in the world. We have never won this, first time franchise history, and I'm very happy to be a part of this.
What's your name?
Kevin Alberto Roque.
Kevin, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Samantha Barbosa.
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Miss
to meet
Samantha.
you.
You guys have a great night. You enjoy it too.
You too, sir.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. What do you think of this crowd?
Look, man, this is crazy. Hey, it's bananas. Look. Hey, what's your name?
Brett.
All right, Brett. They call me Bubba.
Your
right?
microphone looks a little better than mine.
Hey, look, don't put that on camera.
Yeah. Bubba, what do you think of this party?
This is crazy.
Yeah,
Never
ever
before
seen anything
seen
like it?
No. I was a baby when we won our last championship with the Rockets. It's good to see this right now. I'm loving every minute of it.
We were talking about the crowd surfing going on out here. We graduated to that. We started with climbing poles, so thankfully we're not trying that anymore.
I think we need to, though. I think we got to get you up there, bro.
No, I'm not going to climb a pole tonight. Nice to meet you, brother.
Hey, you too, man.
You have a good night. Enjoy this party. So, this is the spot to be. I've been saying it all night. If you're an Astros fan, if you're a baseball fan, that's Texas Avenue, and that is where you're envious of tonight. Going back out there, you can still see the people partying in the middle of the street. They're not going anywhere. In fact, talking to one of my sources at HPD, they've actually called in more officers. Not because this crowd's out of control, just because the size of it and because of, obviously they can tell no one is in a hurry to go home and go to bed tonight. And if you are at home and you're in bed, you're probably not doing very well with the whole sleeping thing because this city is electric tonight. Our Astros, they earned history tonight. Everyone out here is still celebrating that. They're still holding up those papers. That's the headline that everyone in the baseball world is going to be talking about tomorrow. Those letters, the Houston Astros, they're champs. Let's talk to a couple more of these people. Hey, where are you from?
I'm from Houston, baby.
Well,
I'm from Houston.
That's
yes,
a good place to say you're from tonight, huh?
Yes, sir, man. This is amazing. This is incredible. I didn't get a chance to see the Rockets in the 90s. I was too young. I didn't get a chance. This is my first championship ever. This is amazing. The greatest feeling I've ever felt in my life. This is awesome.
Where were you? Where'd you watch the game?
I watched the game right at a local, at my church, actually.
At your church?
I watched the game at my church.
You had a church watch?
Yes.
Were you praying?
Well, we prayed the entire game.
Amen.
The entire game. So I watched.
Are you ready to plan a wedding?
I am going to get ready starting tomorrow. I'm just going to go to bed tonight, soaking it all in.
We know Carlos, the baseball player.
Right.
What is it about Carlos, the man?
You know, he's just a great guy. Most importantly, he has an amazing heart, and he treats me amazing, and he makes me laugh, which is a cherry on top of everything.
Yeah, isn't humor? Humor's a big deal.
It's a really big deal, and he definitely has a lot of it.
All right, hey, we're live now with Daniela Rodriguez, the new fiancé of Carlos Correa.
Yes.
Show everybody the ring. And one word for me is wow.
I know, like my words exactly.
And you had no idea.
Absolutely no idea.
And your first reaction was?
To pull the fence that was in front of me out of the way. I saw him going down on one knee, and there was a fence right there. I'm like, this fence is not going to stop me from being with the man I love. So I literally just yanked it out of the way and went straight to him.
No barriers.
None at all.
So we know Carlos, the baseball player. What is it about Carlos, the man?
He is just a sweet, sweet guy. You know, he makes me laugh, which is the most important thing. But he has a kind heart, which I love about that.
And this is like perhaps the biggest night of his career.
Absolutely.
And now it's one of the biggest nights of your life.
Exactly. November 1st. It's a huge day for us.
Wow. What's it like being at these games, watching these? I mean, the people back in Houston are going nuts. I can only imagine what you're doing in the stands.
You know, this entire game from beginning to end was literally just sitting on the edge of my seat because there was not one inning. I mean, there was a one inning, but, you know, every inning, like 2 people were on base, and it's just anything can happen, and, you know, right away. So it was just sitting on the edge of my seat, just praying.
Okay, let us in on a secret. He doesn't appear nervous at all. Is he nervous at all for these types of games?
So he's not. You know, every time before a game, I'm like, are you nervous? And he's like, no, I know what I got to do. I'm good. I'm like, okay.
And are you ready to plan for a wedding?
Not yet. I'm going to let it soak in.
Big wedding? Small wedding?
I mean, we like small things. We're very simple people, so maybe not too big.
Well, congratulations, and what a night. What a night. A night that certainly no one in Houston will ever forget. I know you and Carlos will never forget as well.
Of course, thank you.
All right, guys, let's send it back to you. And congratulations to Daniela.
How about that ring?
Man.
Bling, bling, baby.
Boom.
Boom. Carlos Correa.
Wow.
Thought the question, she said yes, and boy, she's got a winner in more ways than one.
He never gets nervous, and she didn't know this was coming tonight. And I guess he was planning on winning the World Series and proposing. That's awesome.
It's super sweet, super sweet. All right, a lot of you want that World Series championship gear. So much so, Academy's website has crashed. You know, Academy started printing out the shirts before tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, that kind of stressed me out a little bit. I was like, don't jinx the team. But they knew what they were doing. They knew there was
Gotta
going
be
to
ready for the demand.
They knew there was going to be a run on the gear. There was going to be a huge demand. I'm sure they're going to try and get that back up and running as soon as they can. And plenty of folks lining up at the stores themselves. We saw Josh Chapin at the store there off of 59 near Buffalo Speedway. People lining up there. And hey, for so many Houstonians, it is worth the wait to stand in that line tonight.
All right, let's go back to Matt Musso. He is in the locker room, and this time he's talking to Astros Evan Gattis. Matty.
Hey, Evan Gattis, look at this. Ev, how are you? Congratulations, buddy.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's a long road to get here, and you know, last game of the year had to be November 1st. The series had to go to 7, and I'm just glad that we last team standing.
The Bears ready to hibernate now?
Believe it. I think everybody is. I think it took everything we all had. It's been an incredible series. Dodgers, an incredible team, and I'm just glad we came out on top.
Tell me what it was like to see George Springer doing his thing at the top of the lineup and what it did for you guys.
Yeah, I just can't believe that people were doubting whenever he was over, whatever it was. It doesn't matter. He's our guy. We're going to run with that. And, you know, baseball is, people forget how small a sample is of whatever it was. And, you know, he's George doing George things.
And what's the best part about this for you?
You know, I think being a Texan, being the first team to win a World Series in Texas.
I like that. That has a nice ring to it.
Believe it.
Thanks, Evan.
Thanks, Sean.
Evan Gattis. All right, yes. First World Series championship in the state of Texas, and it goes to Houston. Back to you guys.
All right, our Matt Musil there in the locker room with more Stros.
Yeah, Evan Gattis.
Oh my gosh, it's so awesome.
Soaking it up.
Okay, plenty of people want that gear, that swag, Astros World Series Championship T-shirts, hats, all of it's flying off the shelves. Let's check in with our Grace White. She's at an academy on the west side. Grace.
Me and Lynn, these people are not going home anytime soon. They are lined up out here on the west side, ready to get their hands on this championship gear. There's hundreds of people here in line. It wraps all the way around. Back this way, too. I'm going to let you just listen to them. It's so exciting out here. This guy just came out of the store. Tell me what you got.
Oh, man, I bought some gear for the house. You know what I'm saying? Go Stros. 2017 World Series champions, baby.
How long did you wait to get inside?
Actually, not too long. I had a good friend waiting in line for me, you know. Shout out to all the good friends. Let's go, Stros! Probably about like 20 minutes.
20 minutes, not bad. Let's actually go inside and take a look. So this is it. This is where everybody's coming to get their t-shirts, their hats, all kinds of stuff. I want to bring in the store manager really quick. How has tonight been for you guys? It seems like just a big rush.
Today has been so exciting. So we're just celebrating with the city, our team members, the customers that are outside waiting in line for this great gear. The exciting part is that we'll be open all night long, guys. Come in.
So you're not going home.
No. Well, I'll be here till the crack of dawn, right? And we'll not be closed till the next night. So again, we have so much championship gear here. So many different things. The locker room shirts and hats have been an absolute hit. But come out and see us, guys. We'll be out here. Visit your dearest academy and just have some fun with us.
I was going to ask you, what is the hottest item? What is the one thing everybody wants when they come?
The World Series locker room hat. That gray hat has just been fire. So everyone's wanting it. We will be getting some more in, those stores that have run out. So again, just come out here. We'll have shipments coming in through the next day as well, guys. So open all night long. Come have fun with us and celebrate.
Okay, and as people are walking out, other shoppers are being allowed in. So it's just a constant flow of people. I want to give you a quick look, Mia and Lynn, at what they've got here. They've got kids sizes, adults. These are the championship t-shirts. We've got hats back there. And more shirts behind me. It is nonstop action here. Again, this is Academy on the west side at Bunker Hill and I-10. Just an exciting night. I think I cried earlier, guys. It just has been so much fun to see our city rally behind this team and come out with a win tonight. I'll send it back to you.
It's been amazing to see this happening for the city.
I want that hat. I want that hat.
We'll take two.
Remember us, Grace. Remember us. All right, so Matt Musso, he's been talking to a lot of Astros players, but right now he's talking to the president of the Astros, Reed Ryan. Check it out.
Hey, look, the president of the Astros, Reed Ryan, drinking a beer. What?
Thirsty. Oh, look at Jake. Super Jake, bring that over here. Hold on a minute.
Oh, look at this. Hold this. The president has the trophy.
This is the Houston Astros. Astro fans, this is ours right here. Unbelievable. Matt, can you believe it?
Oh, it's fantastic. I spent the last few innings with your son Jackson watching.
Oh, Pacer.
He was on pins and needles.
Look, this trophy is for everybody in Houston, everybody that has supported this club since 1962. For Terry Poole and Jose Cruz and Mike Scott, Bagwell, Biggio, Bob Ashramani, Nolan Ryan, J.R. Richard, Bob Nepper, you know what, Berkman, Oswald, everybody that has ever put on an Astros uniform. Today you can thump your chest because we are world champs.
Yes, we are. How about the crowd of Minute Maid tonight?
I know, man. We wanted to open up the park to let our fans come enjoy part of this celebration, and our guys knew it. Our people here knew it. Folks were sending me photos all night. And Astros, guess what? The World Series trophy's coming back to Texas, and it's going to belong at Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas.
Thanks, Reed. And we're having a party on Friday.
Friday parade. Come on out. It'll be fun. I got to get.
Thanks, Reed. All right, Reed Ryan, president of the Astros. Back to you guys.
Yeah, they opened up Minute Maid Park. The store is still open there right now, and we understand there's a line that wraps around people lining up for gear. Reka Muniraj and Daniel Gotera, they're live with them. Hey, guys.
Yeah, hey, everybody, how's it going? We're out here with a bunch of Astros fans ready to buy their championship gear, and this is a moment that everybody has been waiting for. Look, you have your pennant shirt on, but you need a World Series championship shirt, don't you? Let's go, World Series! Can you describe to me what was going through your mind during that last out?
Man, I was nervous because our bullpen is shaky, but Morton came in and locked it down. Morton, he's going to win the Cy Young next year. Watch. That dude is money, straight money. McCullers, great job. Devo, great job. Springer, MVP, Springer. Yeah.
Hey, I'm pretty sure none of those Astros players need to buy a drink in this town ever again, right? All right, so the Astros team store is going to be open 24 hours. So guys, get down here. There's a huge line forming outside Minute Maid Park. And this line, let me walk this way, can fall all over the place. And there's Reka right there.
Come here, let me show you how far back this goes. You guys will wait all night for gear if you have to, right?
Go Astros!
This is a big deal. This is a big deal, right? So how much money do you plan on spending tonight? $100, whatever. Because you have to buy this gear. Let's talk to you. I want to know your
range of emotions tonight. You were watching this game. It's Game 7, do or die. How did you feel when you were watching this? What were you experiencing?
I was stressed all day, you know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, man. But at the final, I feel good, you know, because we win with, with the champs, man. What else?
We are the champs. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, tell me how you were feeling through this game.
I've been watching the Astros since the Astrodome, since Kevin Bass, Jose Cruz, Nolan Ryan, Mike Scott, and all the players now with Altuve, fucking Verlander. This was our year. With everything that's happened in the city, they brought it home. They're going to bring it home. I love Houston. Houston's #1, baby.
Houston is #1. Daniel, what do you got over there?
And one of the things also they're selling, look at the front page of the Houston Chronicle, says champs, MVP, Jose Altuve. They're selling these down here also. I mean, how many of those are going to be framed in stores and in homes across the city? It's pretty amazing. Wow, I mean, you're kind of speechless, right, Reagan?
Oh my gosh, I feel like everyone here has just felt every emotion in their entire lives in one night. This is so incredible. People are still standing out in this incredibly long line. I mean, I'm talking, I think it's going around the building.
It is going around the building, yeah.
It is. My goodness. And they're willing to do it.
And we keep saying it, you know what, we keep saying it. This city is in need of a big-time party.
Yes.
And we're going to have a 4-day weekend. Nobody's going to be at work tomorrow.
Yeah, nobody's sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, sir, what was the highlight for you tonight, besides winning?
Well, Springer getting the MVP. Yeah. That was the most awesome part. I'm waiting for Altuve to get his MVP now.
Yeah, next year, we got this again, right? Now that we won.
See, they're even fired up for these interviews we're doing.
I know.
That's how exciting it is over here.
I know, the adrenaline hasn't stopped. Len and Mia, we'll send it back to
you. They're not running out of gas anytime soon.
I don't think so.
In Houston at all. And hey, we're still hype here live in Los Angeles. Let's check back in, though, down in H-Town with Marcelino Benito. It's one big street party, Marcelino.
Well, guys, the party continues out here. About 20 minutes ago, there was a mosh pit over there to my right. You can see police have cleared the scene a little bit, but there are still tons of people out here excited about this Astros win. You can see just how excited people are for this big win. Guys, everyone has been waiting for this win a long time. It's a huge night for the city of Houston. You can see they're everywhere. Everyone's holding their newspapers. Everyone's cheering. Everyone wants to be a part of this special night tonight. Everyone has been waiting for this moment such an incredibly long time. Everyone's excited. All these people were actually inside Minute Maid Park earlier, and those that I've talked to that weren't are folks who came once they saw the Astros had won their first World Series in team history. Guys, I can tell you, you can't see it, but to Nathan's right over there are police mounted on horses. They're going to make sure things stay not quiet, but at least peaceful throughout the rest of the night. So far, it's just a lot of people who are incredibly excited that the Astros are World Series champions. Guys, back to you.
What are we doing next? All right.
Wow. Wow.
They're pumped. I don't think they're going home for
No.
the night, Len.
This is an all-night thing. In fact, they'll probably continue it on until the parade on Friday afternoon.
Party until dawn, let me tell you.
Shutting the city down is what is happening. And Matt Musil has been talking to a string of Astros. He talked to Reed Ryan, the president of the team. Now he's talking to Jeff Luhnow, who's the general manager of the Astros, who helped construct this team. Matty.
Hey, let's join Jeff Luhnow, the general manager of the Astros, and congratulations, Jeff.
The architect.
Oh, my gosh, the architect of this World Series champion team. Congratulations.
Well, you know, behind every architect, there's a lot of people doing the drawings, and they're the ones that really are doing the heavy lifting. There's so many people I'd love to thank on this. I don't have time to do that with you, but this is a team effort. And it's not only the guys on the field, it's the guys in the front office, our scouts, our coaches. they're all going to have rings, so I'm happy for them, and I'm happy for the city of Houston. I really am.
Oh, man, 56 years in the making. How about this? How about the Sports Illustrated cover jinx is dead? They called their shot 3 years ago. George was on the cover. He's the MVP, and you win the World Series.
So the author of that story, Ben, I invited him up to my suite for the final outs. Because
really?
I think the editor, whoever was in charge of the magazine, a little in jest. Yeah, these guys are going to win the World Series down the road because they're doing something different. But, hey, we're here.
Yes, how about George winning the MVP?
George was unbelievable.
Wasn't he?
For him to do what he did on this stage, he's been the heart and soul of this team. He and Altuve and Correa. I mean, the reality is we have so many good players on this team, but he's one of them. And I'm so proud for him because he's one of the most humble, giving, caring human beings. And he also happens to be one of the most excellent baseball players in the world.
No doubt. And how about your skipper? A.J. Hitch was pushing different buttons, but he pushed the right ones, and Charlie Morton brought you home.
He pushed all the right buttons. What he did throughout the entire series, bringing in the starters to relieve, taking guys out when he thought they were probably hitting the wall. Everything he did worked, and that's, 7 games. This was one of the best World Series I've ever witnessed, and certainly for Houston, the best one ever.
No doubt. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, Jeff Luno, the general manager, the architect of the World Series champions. We're going to have a parade on Friday. Back to you guys.
Wow. Matt's talking a little bit of everybody in that locker room. Man, it is going to be sweet overnight for this team and the organization to really celebrate and enjoy what has been a phenomenal World Series. And to do it away on the road, Game 7, is just amazing.
They can't wait to get back home. And back at home, the lines aren't getting any shorter at all for Astros World Series championship gear. Our Grace White out at the Academy on the west side. Grace?
The shopping, me and Lynn, still going on late into the night. I have a feeling it's not stopping anytime soon. That is just a small taste of the enthusiasm. There's still hundreds of people outside right now, and as you can see behind us too, the lines are long. Everybody getting all sorts of gifts and presents back home tonight. I have a fan I wanted to talk to. Where'd you go? There you are.
There he is.
What does this mean to you? You're from Houston.
Yes, I am. Feels good. Real good. Real good.
How did today go, or yesterday now? I mean, was it a nervous day for
Yeah,
you?
it was. I had a feeling we were going to win. I won money from my dad, though.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
He went for the New York Yankees, so.
And where did you guys watch the game?
At Buffalo Wild Wings.
Buffalo. What was the crowd like there? Was it
It was
crowded?
crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
And what about you? I mean, watching them do this tonight, what'd you think?
Well, I was born and raised here in Houston, so it's just amazing to see, my team, Springwoods. But yeah, the crowd was wild. It was a good time.
When you see that hashtag Houston Strong and you see the players pointing it on their uniforms, what does that mean to you?
I don't know. I get goosebumps just because, we went through this whole hurricane, the floods, and a lot of people lost a lot of things. So seeing Houston, just be so happy, it just makes my, heart warm.
Did you expect this big of a crowd here tonight?
No, we actually waited for like 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah, and then we started way back there. So I can only imagine how long everyone else is going to wait.
Yeah. Well, we know hundreds of people are still out there right now. So 2 hours, finally inside, and show me what you're getting.
I have a few shirts. I like this one. Has a little Texas logo. And then a hat, and then some shirts for my brother as well.
All right. Enjoy.
Thank you.
And you guys have been waiting to get on TV. Tell me, how do you feel tonight?
Very well. This is amazing. In my 17-year life, this is one of the best nights of my life. Yeah. I've waited 17 years for a moment like this.
And I'm guessing you're not going to sleep tonight.
Not at all. There is no sleep. No sleep at all. Downtown after this. Shout out to my Spanish teacher. Can you please cancel the speech tomorrow?
Cancelaron. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be up all night shopping, hoping that they can be excused from class or jobs tomorrow. But the shopping here at Academy still going on. I want to take you over here and show you one of my favorite shirts that I'm planning on getting. You're fine. It's this orange one. I love it. It's the championship shirt in orange. Me and Lynn, this has got my name on it. Later on, I would say tonight, but it's now tomorrow morning. So we'll send it back to you guys.
Excited folks, aren't they?
They sure are. Hey, that shirt has her name on it, my name on it, and your name on it.
Just don't forget us.
We all need some swag.
Don't forget us. We could bring you something, but it's all Dodger blue stuff
Not
here.
a thing. Josh Chapin is live at another academy, this one in Southwest Houston. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Mia. Yeah, I mean, people are walking in here by the dozens getting gear. They've been sort of controlling the number of people that have been coming in here to get gear. Let's walk through some of that. I mean, it's World Series Astros gear, sir. Let's show us what you got here.
Here we go. We earned some history today.
That's true.
Right. Then we got
a lot.
Oh, yeah, well, I got a lot. I got a lot of kids, family, and stuff. There we go.
What's your name, sir?
Juan.
Juan, how long you been rooting for this team?
1970 something.
And did you ever think this day was going to come?
It sure as hell didn't seem like it. Yeah, well, we've all been waiting, we've been praying, we've been pulling for these guys, and these guys really, really, really deserved it. You know what I mean? They all came together, they all played, off of each other and stuff like that. It was so great to see it come to fruition with the World Series win. Because these guys deserve it.
And you wanted to come out to Academy as soon as this game was over.
Well, yeah, actually, I got instructed by the better half to come out before the 9th inning started.
All right.
Oh, yeah, it's all good.
Congratulations. Thank you. Sir, what do you got here? Show us what you got. How good does that look, right?
Yeah, it looks good, man.
What's your name, sir?
Brian.
How you feeling about this?
Man, I'm overjoyed, man, right now. I have no words really to describe it. It's been an awesome feeling, man.
What does the win mean for you? What does it mean for the city?
It means a lot for the city, definitely a whole lot for the city. I'm really pleased for them, for sure.
Okay, thank you, sir. So these are the people that are inside. I just want to show you something. Brad, if you could take a walk with me, we're going to show you exactly. I'm not going to bump into the shopping carts first, but a number of folks are waiting here. Are you guys excited? So that's the line down there. This is the front of the line where folks have been lining up for hours now, waiting to get their hands on that precious World Series gear. But what you don't see from right here is the end of the line. It's wrapped all the way around the building. We were just told that the folks there are not going to be able to get into this academy until like 4 in the morning, but no worries. They're going to be open round the clock, all 31 area stores to be waiting for folks to come and get their gear. So it's a great night here along the Southwest Freeway. I'll send it back to you, though, for now.
All right, guys, thank you so much. People are excited all over the city. They're at the academies on the west side, on the southwest side, at 59 and Kirby. Folks are still hanging out at Minute Maid at the Astros store right now. Here it is, 1:30 in the morning in Houston. Let's go back to Rekha Mudaraj and Daniel Gotera with the party folks there. Hey, guys.
Hey, we're in Hamilton in Texas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic, but no one.
Yeah. Pandemonium. Goodness gracious. All right, guys, everybody wants their 5 seconds of fame. It's great. But I got to tell you, it's pretty cool being here on the street.
Get on the sidewalk.
We're getting on the sidewalk. Yeah. That's what happens with live TV.
It is just chaos out here. Everyone is honking their horns. We got to be careful.
But one of the cool
things. Safety first. When everyone's honking their horns, everyone
right.
is so excited.
One of the cool things, Bob, if you could pan that way, pan to your right. Everybody's honking their horns. It really reminds me of 1994 with Richmond when the Rockets won. It's amazing to see all these people out. It's really a lot of fun. Everybody hanging outside of their cars, honking horns. Astros are world champions. I'm telling you, the party's not going to stop here for a very, very long time. It's crazy. We had to stay on the sidewalk.
A lot of people out here. No one wants to go home because everyone is celebrating. How are you guys feeling tonight?
What can we say? It's a party.
Look at me.
It's a party.
Come home and celebrate with us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're ready to celebrate the Astros. We'll send it back to you guys.
All right. They are hyped. They are happening.
You
They're
know,
celebrating.
I put this on Facebook at like 3 o'clock this afternoon here, and I was sitting in an empty stadium before the game, and I said, I'm reflecting on history about to be made with my fingers crossed. It happened. It happened.
Wow. And George Springer, a big part of that history
And,
tonight,
you know,
the MVP for the World Series championship, also tying that record for the most homers in a World Series. Tying.
Yes.
Let's check in now with Matt Musil with George Springer.
Hey guys, let's listen in. Here's George Springer.
What was it like walking off the field tonight?
A champion. We're walking off a champion, and I'm absolutely speechless.
What does the fan base meant to you in this top here from Houston?
The fans have been everything. You know, this city deserves this, and we're gonna come home tomorrow and have a big trophy to show them.
George, you not only break through for the city of Houston after 56 years, you break the Sports Illustrated cover jinx. You were the cover boy 3 years ago, MVP, and you win the World Series, buddy.
Yeah, this is a great night for us, and you know, this is just incredible.
You were seeing the ball so well. You were seeing the ball so well in the series. What changed? Anything?
I just tried to slow down, you know, slow myself down and kind of, you know, just have fun.
And what does it mean to you? You've been through some tough times here to get to the pinnacle here tonight.
Yeah, you know, this is incredible. This is something that no matter what happens for the rest of our lives, so they can't take it from us. And to bring this home to Houston is an honor. I'm so happy to be a part of this.
So many teams talk about being close-knit. You guys define that, or maybe redefine it. You're closer than any unit I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is 25 plus friends, 25 plus brothers. You know, this is the closest clubhouse I've ever been in, and it's the best clubhouse.
We got a parade on Friday. Thanks, George.
All right.
George Springer, and yes, it's crowded in here around the MVP. Let's send it back to you guys.
Yeah, crowded there in the locker room. You know, from the locker room out to the field. Jason Bristol's here now. You were there on the field for the post game and for the trophy being awarded.
It was something. It was controlled chaos in many ways because you have all these players looking for their families, because that, you know, we see these people as machines, that they're outperforming. But listen, they have families and friends and sons and daughters and parents, and they are looking for them, and it's pretty remarkable to see those embraces after a World Series championship, because they remember when these players were in Little League and high school and college and overseas and things like that. So it was really unique and cool to be there. Also, the one thing I noticed when you go in the clubhouse, the first thing that strikes you is the smell.
And what smell is that?
The smell is a mixture of champagne, beer, and cigar smoke.
Yeah.
But that is what a championship locker room smells like.
It's a
so
partay, that's for sure.
Partay.
Jason, you said it was about the families. We're going to have ourselves a new family here pretty soon, or at least they're going to get married first. Of course, talking about Carlos Correa, popping the question.
To Daniela, I asked Daniela, I said, are you okay with all this attention? And she's like, I'm okay. I'm fine with it. But again, I was stunned that the entire team could keep it a secret, because, you know, sometimes baseball players and young
Ends
men,
up on
they
social
like to,
media.
exactly.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I mean, to share a moment, the biggest moment of his career with his fiance, now fiance, I think it speaks volumes for what kind of player and man Carlos Correa is.
She seems very sweet, and she said, no, we're just simple people. You ask about how big a wedding, small. She said, we're just simple people, so it's kind of cool to hear that.
It is nice, because again, we see these guys perform on such a large stage, and listen, in many ways they're just like us. They've come from the same roots that we have.
Right. Carlos, so humble, and Daniela, humble too in her own right. Miss Texas, after all.
Indeed. But again, I couldn't get over the size of that ring. Let me tell you.
Baby, that was some bling.
Again, the only word was wow. And then the fact that she said, listen, a gate was not going to separate me from my
I know, that's
Carlos.
right.
But another thing that really struck me was our interview with Derek Fisher, the rookie from Pennsylvania, getting very emotional when I asked him, is there anyone...
About the journey.
The journey. And is there anyone out there that you'd like to thank? I know for a fact that his father and parents were not here, and again, he said, what did he said something like, we've all come from somewhere. We're all
children.
We're all kids at once.
With big dreams.
With big dreams. And he comes from a farming community in Pennsylvania and went to the University of Virginia. He was drafted by the Texas Rangers out of high school, did not sign, went to the University of Virginia, blossomed into a first-round supplemental draft pick. The Astros have nurtured him and groomed him, and he is part of the future of this team. We have the present, and then we have the future. And the future includes Altuve and Correa, but it also includes the Kyle Tuckers and the Derek Fishers and these other guys that are in the minor leagues that aren't on this stage yet.
We didn't know what to expect. We talked about this before the game, of what kind of game it was going to be.
You called it. You called it.
Did I? Well, I said they had to score runs.
They needed to score runs, but 5 runs or more was the equation that they needed to win.
That's been the pattern. That's all I could go on.
It was interesting, you know, after the game here, a Dodgers fan came up and he said, congratulations. And he said, we lost it in the second inning. Hey, when Springer, Springer hit that dinger and we got those 3 runs.
I overheard some Rangers fans, and I think Dodgers fans, or Astros fans, saying that, we had a trash.
They're trying to clean up.
Exactly, they're trying to clean up. Basically, the Astros fans saying thank you to the Rangers for sending them Yu Darvish.
Yes, we've heard that too.
Because they have seen Yu Darvish so much, and that certainly had to help that familiarity with seeing him and how often they've seen him.
Being
and
in the same division,
Exactly, and of course they lit him up earlier in the series as well.
Yeah, he didn't last long at all. So we jumped on him quick. And then Springer did another dinger, and then it was off to the races. But I was like nervous until
I was sitting next
the last
to him.
out.
I was sitting next to him. I kind of felt like the Dodgers fans once we ran it up to 5, and then once we got to the 6th inning, definitely by the 7th.
No, I never.
I
couldn't
feeling
relax.
a little confident. I didn't say it out loud though.
I couldn't relax.
I didn't say it out loud. Didn't want to jinx us. But Len was a nervous Nelly over in his seat.
And I also spoke with Ben Reiter, who is the writer of the Sports Illustrated article, who predicted,
the Oracle,
projected that the Astros would be your World Series champions in 2017.
That's amazing.
And I said, listen, are you going to play the lottery now? And he said no. And he said, listen, it certainly is vindication for him because Sports Illustrated took a lot of heat for that cover.
But that's hard to do. 3 years out.
Well, I said to him, why? What made you think that this team could do this? Why would you even go down to Houston to do a story like this? And he said, actually, the story started like this. It was because how historically bad this franchise was. And then when we looked at what they were doing and the processes that were involved, we said, there's something here. And of course, helping the cause was having a lot of high draft picks. You look at some of the great franchises in baseball history, most recently the Yankees. How did they do it? They built through their farm system and then supplemented with veteran players and free agent acquisitions, and that's much what this Astros team has done. But he certainly thinks that this is not the end for the Astros in the World Series champions.
They're a young team.
Because they are young and they have the right people in place, not only on the field, but also in the front office.
All right. Thanks for sharing. It's been a great night thus far, and it's still going on. Let's go to Grace White. She's on the west side of Houston at an Academy store where there's a bum rush on Astros gear. Grace?
Yes, there is. We are out here with Astros fans. How you guys doing? This man was telling me he's been in line since 11:15.
Yes, ma'am, 11:15. We're here to support our Astros. Let's go, baby!
So what's the wait been like for you? This is the part where everybody wants to get to. This is the front of the line, one person in, one person out.
Yes, ma'am. Well, luckily everyone's super nice out here. So it's gone by pretty fast, but I don't want to miss my spot, so
absolutely.
Go
Enjoy.
Astros.
All right. What are you guys shopping for tonight?
Just a bunch of shirts, hats for my family, my cousins, and friends.
Awesome. What do you think about the big win?
I think it was like the best thing we could have had this whole year.
Absolutely. Where'd you guys watch the game?
At my house and at dance while on my phone.
Perfect. And how long have you been waiting?
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you want to buy when you get in there?
Definitely a shirt, just a t-shirt. That's all I want right now.
So you can hear that enthusiasm at the back of the crowd. This line, guys, snakes around for quite a while. Still quite a big crowd out here. These people aren't going home anytime soon, but I want to take you inside and show you some of this championship gear we've been talking about. People are coming out with tons of shirts and hats and all sorts of things. Somebody said the front of the line right here is kind of like an old Astroworld ride, right? When you get to the front, you just can't wait to get inside. And here it is. This is Inside Academy on the west side at I-10 and Bunker Hill. They've got tons of stuff, and they tell us they won't run out anytime soon. They've got boxes and boxes coming in. Oh, yeah, we were talking earlier. You finally got in. Congratulations. Show me what you got.
Okay, that's for my truck. Got some
Now, you're born and raised in Houston.
Born and raised Houston, Texas. Yes, ma'am.
We were talking about that. I am
yes,
too.
ma'am.
This is a huge night for us.
Big. Waited my whole life. I'm so glad my parents are still here to see this. Talked to a lot of your friends, and parents have passed away and whatnot, but our whole family can experience this, and it's really great for Houston considering what we went through in August, and it's just glad for the city.
Right? What a year for all of us. I mean, thinking back, what will you tell people about this year, in 5-10 years?
Can nobody hold us down? Oh no. Go Houston.
That's right. Okay, show me what else you got.
Okay, got
the flag for your car.
Flag for the car, lanyard, just shirts for the family, October proven.
I like that. October proven. Right, November now.
Hats, got a beanie, because you may need it.
Maybe come December for a day or two.
Or tomorrow,
maybe.
And then you need a raincoat or something,
Now, the parade is Friday. Will you be out there with some of this gear on?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait.
It's going to be a family event for a lot of us.
Yes.
All right. Well, enjoy the evening. Be safe out here. We've seen shoppers of all ages, actually a 4-month-old baby right over here. We met this family in line just a few minutes ago. So people are not hesitating to bring the whole family out. This will certainly be a night that all of us remember. Just such a special night for Houston. I think I cried earlier, me and Lynn, just thinking about everything we've been through and what a great night it is to see Houstonians out celebrating and just enjoying this moment. We'll send it back to you guys.
It is a beautiful thing, Grace, to see people enjoy and celebrate and be so joyous about this team and what they have done. And look at what I've got on my head. Look, you see what that says? H World Series Champs 2017.
Sir.
That's what people are trying to buy in
Looking
Houston.
good, Lynn Cannon,
Thank you
almost
very
as
much.
good as myself here with my World Series Championship T-shirt.
Thank you, Sergio Soto, for snatching this.
Yeah.
You going to give it to us?
Just a little.
You
little
got seniority?
Swag. A little swag.
Oh my gosh!
It's on loan.
This is what the players were wearing. So
Oh,
this
nice.
this is what you need to be looking for in the store.
It's
This
on
is
loan
awesome.
right now. Okay, so tonight it was almost hard to keep up with all the pitching changes. The Astros running through 5 pitchers, including Brad Peacock. Our Matt Musil is live in the locker room with him.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Yeah. Tyler. Okay, you didn't get in the game. Still a fantastic experience. How about Brad tonight?
He's unbelievable. I mean, all year he's been a stud. He's been one of the best pitchers in the league all year, and I mean he showed it again tonight. He's absolutely amazing guy and a great pitcher.
Tyler, you've had an up and down season, but man, you end up an up note up here, and that's great.
Yeah, I mean it's been a great season for me. It was a grind down in the minor leagues, but now I mean it's finishing on a high note.
Or grinders, that's what we call it. And you are, and that, when you look to Brad, that's got to inspire you. Brad, congratulations tonight, buddy. Again, you got the job done.
I was just
trying to do my job, man. Like, just follow the next guy. Lance did his job. I was trying to do my job. Liriano came in, did his job. Devo, especially Charlie Moore, man. I'm so happy for that guy.
How about Charlie slamming the door?
I tell you what, every time Charlie was going out for the start of the shot, I thought he was going to throw a no-hitter. That's how good his stuff is. I'm not lying, I promise. He has great stuff, and I'm glad it was him that got the job done today.
Brad, can you put in words? At spring training, we talked. You didn't know if you would make this roster, and here you are celebrating. You pitched in the World Series multiple times. You're celebrating a championship.
I don't know, man. It's been a crazy year. To tell you the truth, just being healthy is the key. And I got a little confidence in the beginning of the year out of the bullpen, and I just ran with it. That's it. I just had some confidence out of the bullpen and brought it into my starts. It's crazy.
How are you guys able to shake off a tough loss like last night? You're playing on their home field. The Dodgers are planning a parade for Friday. How did you keep your confidence level so high?
It's just this team, man. Like, all our veteran guys, they know what to say, like, to help us get going. It's crazy. And we have guys like Altuve, Correa. I knew they were going to get the job done. They did. It's just, they were fun to watch all year, and they got it done today. The most important game all year.
And now we have the parade on Friday.
Exactly, man. I can't wait to get back to Houston and celebrate with everybody.
Mike Tyler, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
We will see you at the parade. Brad, smoke on that stogie a while. And enjoy.
Absolute stud. Stud right
He
here.
is. Tyler White, Brad Peacock, yeah. Smoking victory cigars tonight in the clubhouse. Back to you guys.
Yes, it is. One of 5 pitchers to close the door. Only allowed 1 run by the Dodgers tonight to get the win in Game 7 on the road. They did it in style. Folks are still partying in Houston. Daniel Gutera is at Minute Maid at the store. And Daniel, I understand the police are actually trying to get people to go home. Really?
Well, they can continue the party at home, right, Len? And I'm sure the party is going to go on for many, many hours to come. I said it before, I'll say it again. I don't think anybody's going to work tomorrow or Friday for the parade, that's for sure. And then who knows what's going to happen on the weekend. Yes, the streets are calming down just about 10 minutes after we came to you last live here outside Minute Maid Park. But there are still some fans out here. Let me walk over and talk to these folks. Get excited. What was going through your mind when that last out happened?
Oh, man. I don't know, man. It was speechless, man. I seen everything in the field, man. We watching that Minute Maid Park here.
Yeah.
Man, it was just crazy, man. I mean, man, I want to say I can't even talk right. But
this city needs a party, right? I mean,
Yeah.
after the last 2 or 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Houston strong. This city needs a party, and we're going to do it up right this weekend.
Absolutely, man. After Hurricane Harvey, man, Houston really needed it, and man, I want to congratulate every single player out there, even Correa, man, for his proposal to his wife.
How about
man.
that, right?
Man,
Well, what a night. What a night for Carlos Correa. Are you guys going to be out here for the celebration this weekend?
Yes, sir. Of course. You know what I'm saying? We got to represent our city because we love the city.
How proud are you of these guys?
Man, I'm very proud. This is our city, so we got to represent everything with smiles and happiness and enjoyness.
Awesome. World Series champs. The Astros are representing this town perfectly. They battled from the very beginning. First place, and boy, I can't believe I'm saying it. Astros, World Series champions. Let's do it up right this weekend, Houston. Back to
You're live in Los Angeles. Not a whole lot more going on out here as far as fans are concerned. They were off to the team's hotel to try and catch them as they make their way back. Lynn pointed out earlier to me, he's like, look, the lights are still on.
Lights are still on. We could go right out on the field right now. We could run the bases.
We could run the bases, man.
We got credentials.
We should do
We
it.
should take advantage.
It's a historic night. We need to celebrate as well, Lynn.
I know. I'm still trying to take it all in. I was so nervous.
Oh, man.
But it's amazing what has happened and what the city has gone through and how the team, made the run for the pennant, won the division, then went on to win in Boston, win in New York, and come here, win on the road in a thrilling Game 7. It's just, it's indescribable.
It's special. It's been entertaining. It's been exciting. And a part of that excitement, Cameron Maben with the Astros, our Matt Musil is talking with him.
Cameron Maven joining us now. How about Cameron? You get in a few times in the series, make your presence felt.
Yes, sir.
And you win the
Yes,
title,
sir.
by the way.
Yes, sir. Beautiful feeling, man. What a great group to do it with. What a great city to do it for. One thing I love about this group so much is not only a confident group, but such a humble group. And I think I personally have to give credit to Brian McCann, Carlos Beltran, guys like that who coming in here, they kept this group together. They kept this group loose. They kept this group confident, you know. And the fans, we can't thank them enough. I mean, throughout the playoffs, I've said it a few times on my Twitter, the energy that they continue to give us, the motivation they continue to give us to come out and bring this home, what a blessing. And I'm so thankful not only for this team, but for the city. The city deserves it.
Yeah, you fit in so well ever since you showed up here. But how about the fans? They packed in the Minute Maid Park.
I mean, you can't say nothing. Even tonight, we just got done watching the other room. That's the type of energy, that's the type of love we felt every day. You know, throughout the end, we said there's no way we can return home without a championship. And they deserve it. You see it on the big screen, and they packed in a house with no baseball going on the field. We love those fans, man. We could not do this without them. They deserve it. They deserve it. This group deserves it, but the fans, the city of Houston, they deserve it. I'm so thankful that we're able to do it for them, man. What a great group.
What's it like to see your outfield buddy George Springer do what he did? The critics were saying he needs to be moved out of that leadoff spot. He's not getting it done. Here he is, the MVP of the World Series.
That's why they do what they do, and that's why we do what we do. That guy's been amazing all year. Again, continues to step up, lead us, get things started, set the tone. He's amazing. We call him, he's a freak. He does things that other people can't do the way he does it. So glad for that guy. What a great guy. Nobody deserves it more than George. And we're so happy to have him, man. I'm just so thankful.
I think he redefined the leadoff role.
Hey, tell you what he did, you know? You know, a guy who can run, hit for power, hit for average. I mean, he's amazing, man. And I'm so thankful to be able to watch him do his thing, not only on the other side, but on the same side. And I'm just so happy to be a part of this.
Cameron, thank you so much. Congratulations, man. We'll see you at the parade on Friday. All right. Cameron Maven came to us late in the season here with the Astros, but he has been a great part of this team and fit in so well. Back to you guys.
Hey, you know what? My daughter, she loves Cameron Maben. You know why?
Why?
The free taco.
That's right. He got that stolen base.
Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm. And when was that supposed to happen, by the way?
I think today.
It's today, like November 1st. People are supposed to take advantage of it.
Hopefully her dad swung her by there.
Yeah. For like, I think it was like a 2-hour stretch you could do it.
It was.
All right, so let's go back to the Academy on 59 in Kirby, southwest side of Houston, where Josh Chapin is hanging out with fans trying to get some gear like this.
Swag.
Yeah, Len and me, I bet you don't have gear like this. I was definitely one of the first people to get gear. You hear these folks over here? They're real excited to get gear. They're in line and have been for quite some time. This is just the front of the line. And Brad, if you could show our viewers at home what the line is like now. They're handing out water. Things are so crazy. You see the folks lined up all the way around the building there? I mean, it is just absolutely pandemonium out here, but pandemonium in a really, really good way. Folks, how are you feeling out here? Tell me how you're feeling.
The city deserved it. The city deserved it.
What is your name, sir?
Christian.
Christian, how long you been rooting for this team?
Since my whole life. My whole life.
What does this mean for the city right now?
We deserve it. We deserve everything we've been through. 2017 was a heck of a year.
What about you? What about you guys? How are you feeling right now?
Great.
And any you sort of everyone's speech.
Feeling great right now. Doing great. Been to a lot of games this year, last year. Went to a lot of games when they were losing 100 games, so pretty happy.
What's your name, sir?
John Schwest.
And how long you been rooting for this team?
Since I moved here in 88.
Huh?
Since I moved here in 88.
Okay, so what does this mean for you right now?
It's wonderful. It's a lot of fun. Spent a lot of time, both at the Astrodome and at what was Enron Field in Minute Maid, so we're big fans. We're excited.
A little nerve-wracking watching these games?
It's been very nerve-wracking. It's been fun, though. Crowds have been fun. It's been a great time, you know.
And where did you watch the game tonight?
At home with my family.
What does this win mean for the city of Houston?
I think it's great. Everything the city's been through, and all the years we've been waiting for a championship in baseball, I think it's wonderful.
What is it? How proud do you feel to be a Houstonian?
Wonderful, wonderful. Very proud, but proud for the players, proud for the city. Go Astros.
Earned history, folks. So they've been passing out water here because, as you see, the line is not short. Everyone here is in really good spirits, though, as you can tell. They're going to be out here all night. What Academy tells me is they're getting a new shipment of gear like this pretty cool orange shirt in the morning, and they're going to be open all night until they close Thursday night at 9:30. You feeling good?
It's Houston, baby. We're the champs. Everybody's feeling good right now. Woo! Go Astros. George Springer, MVP. UConn product, Big East baby, Altuve, Correa, everybody. Bregman, are you kidding me? Clutch defense.
New Britain, Connecticut.
Let's go on. Let's go on. Here we go. Here we go. We got Keuchel on the mound, dealing. Verlander, no compromises.
He's happy.
McHugh, McCullers, everybody.
He's happy, guys. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio. We're going to keep hanging out with them.
He's running down the whole entire
He's having fun.
roster.
I love it. I love it.
In party mode, celebration mode.
This is what we were looking forward to. This is what we were hoping. Our continuous coverage of the Astros. We wanted this to end with a win. We were here last night, a disappointing Game 6. What a change 24 hours has made for the Astros to come back, dominate, and win 5-1.
A huge difference. Definitely something special to witness for everyone involved, including Jeff Blum, former baseball player, now part-time Astros announcer. Matt Musil is with him.
Hey guys, I want to talk to Jeff Blum. Now usually we don't interview other TV people, but he's not just a TV guy, he's a baseball player. Congratulations, Blummer.
Thank you. I wish I had something to do with it. All I did was, broadcast a team that we knew was going to do this.
Okay, here's the thing. For those watching Channel 11 back in 05, I interviewed you after the World Series because you had the game-winning hit and the series-winning hit. Nice job, Blummer. Jeff, you were great that night, but this team was greater tonight.
No, they were phenomenal. These guys deserve everything they did. But what's just a remarkable season and a remarkable year for the city of Houston itself. So it's only fitting that it ends this way, taking it from another big market team like this.
Jeff, you told me earlier in the postseason how frustrated you were because you can't get on TV and talk about this.
Yeah.
You couldn't televise these games because the other networks had the right. Now you can tell the fans exactly what you think.
No, it is frustrating. The national networks take everything up, and everybody at home, thank you. We got a lot of feedback saying that they wish that we were on the broadcast, and I wish we were too. And it's purely selfish reasons because we got to watch this team play all year long. We knew they were this good, but now to share in the joy and the excitement, we got to be a fan, so it's not all that bad.
What do you think about the Sports Illustrated coverage jinx dying here tonight? 3 years ago, they predicted George, not only the Astros win the World Series, George is the MVP.
There were a lot of things that went away today. And one of them is that, the first team to bring a world championship in baseball to Texas was the Houston Astros. So they did a lot of things. They broke the cover jinx. Either that or they proved that guy right. But they had something going on here that none of us knew about. It's something special.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Congratulations
to you. It's great to be on.
Part of the team.
Congratulations to everybody back home. They earned it too.
All right, Blummer. Thanks, buddy. We'll see you Friday at the parade in downtown Houston. All right. The Los Angeles Dodgers were planning a parade for Friday here. Hey, that's not going to happen. Back to you guys.
No, it's not going to happen for them, but it's going to happen for us.
Yes, it
big
will.
victory parade coming up Friday in downtown Houston, starting at Lamar and Smith Street. You'll want to be there. You'll want to see those Astros holding up the Commissioner's Trophy high so you can say you were there for the historic parade.
2 o'clock on Friday. Now let's go back to the West Side. Grace White is talking to more fans trying to get their hands on Astros gear. That stuff is going to be gone before you know it, Grace.
It is. It's going fast. We've been showing you the front of the line. I wanted to take you to the back of the line. Look at all these Astros fans. It's almost 2 a.m. and there's no sleeping out here. There's no stopping this party. These people are excited. out here at Academy on I-10 and Bunker Hill. We want to talk to people here who just got here. They're probably have maybe an hour or two of a wait here, but Academy's not closing. They're going to be open 24/7. We were visiting a moment ago. You're from Houston.
Yes,
What's tonight been like for you?
Yeah, it's very exciting. Very, very exciting. What's it been like for y'all people?
I mean, did you expect this? 2 a.m. Academy, everybody?
No. No, but apparently
But you
everybody else
expected the win, right?
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, very much so. Yeah.
I mean, what does Houston Strong mean to you?
It means a lot. Sarah Hurricane Harvey, I work for a company that is great, is Abadix. They do sell environmental restoration products, and we have been, busy like crazy, unfortunately.
Good to see you out here, and good to see so many people out here. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio. Lots of people still out here tonight, excited and ready to celebrate.
All right, thank you, Grace.
Grace was talking to that gentleman. She asked him what it means to be Houston Strong. The Astros took great pride in wearing those patches on their jerseys. Houston Strong, representing the city of Houston. They wanted to win it for us after all we've been through, and they did it. From Clutch City, with the Rockets, now to Crush City, our Astros crushing the Dodgers to take the World Series championship. It is such a special night, now turned morning.
It is a morning time here. Not as late here, but 2 o'clock in the morning in Houston. George Springer said it best. Last weekend, he said, we are not playing for ourselves. We are playing for our team. He's the MVP. The city is the MVP. It has been a wonderful ride, but it is over, and it came in style. Join us on KHOU 11 News in the morning at 4:30, where more partying will continue. Stros, World Champions 2017.
World champions. It feels good.
From L.A., have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
This is more than just a game. Together, we stood at bat against the ravages Harvey hurled our way. Altuve, Correa, and Keuchel unite us and remind us that as Houstonians, we can face astronomical odds and still come out on top. With every heroic home run, timely catch, and triumphant slide, our spirits are lifted exponentially higher. Each victory inspires the city that inspires this team. We stand resolved and determined to bring it home in this season of destiny.